on this self. Hold on. I'll share my screen to the Discord, but I cannot.
Alright, so we can keep track of which ability we're on.
Yeah. I'm also gonna open my phone so I can read chat. What do? I just like position my phone up to like anything. Good now. Hello. Hello, hello. Anteater, welcome. Oh, we're walking. Ranking every like hero skill again. This is part 2. Um, because I thought I should, because I went through my last one. I was like, damn, this one's horrible. My last one's terrible. So I was like, I might as well come back. Do it again. Run it back. You feel? Today we've got some guests. We got King Rexy here with me.
Hello there. How's it going?
Going pretty good. And then we've got HGC. Doesn't have a mic. Kind of types in chat, the Discord chat, which I will have to say out loud on the occasion. Wait, Rex, you could speak again? Ah,
Alright. Well, is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I just had to make it check.
Alright. Sure.
Okay, so this is your list. I'm gonna letter all these. So these tiers are pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna change this one to like next to no garbage. Next, let's change this to useless. And then these are like all the stat buffs. These two, I think, were weird, or at least because it technically is just buffing Brux's like passive stats, but like in a different way. But I think it's passive enough to where it counts as like a passive skill, and I can.
I suppose. I mean, it does make up for the majority of her kit, but
Oh, but then
yeah,
I'd have
in
to,
reality, it
yeah.
counts.
Actually, no, skull sacrifices.
This, I mean, it technically counts as it's connected to her passive, so
Yeah, it is pretty much just
maybe.
a passive skill, passive buff.
Mhm.
Okay, so first up we've got Gerald Lightseeker. This is courage, his little shield dash is buff. Last time I did this, I ranked it like D tier. And
I'm not sure about D tier.
I think C tier is better. It makes
Yeah, it's an average
yeah, it's
ability.
pretty
It,
okay.
yeah, it heals units, gives armor,
It's
it
good for
gives
barbarians. It's good for
bonus
barbarians.
damage.
So I think
Yeah.
so. It's pretty helpful on like levels. It can help out in Pandemonium or Hakraj Plateau or like um other levels are barbarian. I guess it
Hmm.
no actually I guess it'd be help out for the top lane of Bandit Slayer, and
Yeah,
it's good.
Bandit Slayer.
So
It's a
it
decent
like if you're
level.
using barbarians, it's good in the late game, but primarily I think it's just an early game skill, and it helps out. Then this
Yeah,
is
then you have Shield
definitely,
of
yeah. Shield
Retribution.
of Retribution is an easy A tier. I think
Yeah,
it's great
it's a
skill.
great ability.
Carry
80% chance to reflect and
it's
deal
great.
200% true
I think it's
damage.
60%.
Wasn't it 80% when it's maxed out?
No, I think it's just 60%. Oh, let me go to the wiki.
Hmm.
Girl.
Because I'm pretty sure it goes from 40 to 60 then 80, but I might be wrong.
Um,
Because I haven't played the original
it's
Kingdom
20,
Rush in a
40,
while.
60. 20, 40, 60.
Oh, so it's 60. All
Yeah,
right.
so
My bad.
carries through Castle Blackburn or Curse of Blackburn. It carries through really good in Pandemonium. Um, pretty good in it's oh yeah, Saraga's Lair. I think it does have an issue where it's not really good in um like the troll levels. It's like situational in
Hmm.
the bandits and
Yeah,
I still
Yeah,
think
but
it's really good overall.
yeah, against enemies that have high base damage, it's really good.
Cerberus. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got.
that too.
I think I'm just gonna. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
put. Actually,
and
they're
yeah, put
both
the
in the.
cat in.
Actually, I think I'm gonna put them
I
both
don't
in the.
know.
Actually, no. Yeah, cat and D tier and
Yeah, the
shot in
cat
F
is
tier.
the
Multi
multi
shot
shot is not that
is a
great.
horrible dude. I don't know who
Yeah, it's
made
one of
this
the worst abilities out there.
dead
Mm. At least the cat
garbage.
is an additional unit, so it can
Yeah,
block it can stall an extra
it's
unit,
decent
so
in
it
the
has
early
its
game.
uses.
You know, it's got a C stall. It's not horrible, but I think it's still like low D.
Yeah, it's definitely on the low end.
Now we've got
Ooh, now we get to Malik.
Quake Hammer Smash. I think this is D.
Oh, really?
It's either
My
D,
D tier.
either well, the damage deals is very low. The activation radius is even lower. It's very annoying to try to like activate it.
Well,
Just
it's a demanding ability, yeah, because it requires three enemies. They need to be close to each other, but in the levels where you have to deal with heavy spam of low tier enemies, that ability really does a lot.
I only really see it getting used in like Runes and Akaroth, maybe Rotwig.
It's pretty low, but I mean, I suppose on easier levels it's good, but yeah, once you get to the difficult ones like Fungal Forest and
Yeah, it just does
Blackburn,
nothing.
the ability falls off.
Earthquake, I think is pretty.
Earthquake though,
Yeah, it's pretty decent. The stun, it's pretty large area for
yeah.
for
No,
max
I'm not
level.
sure if that's now. I haven't played the original Kingdom Rush Noel, so I might be wrong on that. But can the AOE from Earthquake hit flying units, or is it only
I don't
limited to
remember.
ground
I don't.
units?
I think it's just limited to the ground. I think it's this earthquake. I think it's different. I think it only hits.
Because
It did a
I
different.
remember Malik. Maybe that was Malik from
Maybe that was
Origins. I
Origins
don't know.
Malik.
Yeah, I guess I
I think.
confused them.
But I still think it's pretty decent. It does the damage is terrible. That like 40 to 200 is crazy.
Yeah, HGC it deals true damage. Both of his
Yeah,
abilities deal true
the
damage.
true damage I guess it like helps, but um we got Magnus.
Hmm.
This is
Okay.
Arcane
Oh
Barrage.
yeah, the arcanes.
I think I'm gonna put it low A tier. I think I see it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, if you can keep the enemies in the area, it's a crap ton of true
But
damage.
yeah, I don't know if it's as I think it's just because of how unreliable the AOE is quite unreliable at
Yeah,
times. I don't think it's as
yeah,
good
due to
as.
the mostly due to the cast range. It can be casted on odd angle and very easily. With Gerald, at least it's consistent enough. Even though it's chance based,
Yeah.
once you get him to high enough level, the RNG becomes less and less meaningful. You can just proc it every other time.
Yeah. Hey KM5. Now we've got Mirage. I think this is like a D tier skill, honestly.
Yeah, it's in the D tier.
It's extremely niche because all it helps out with is shredding armor, and I think that's only like useful. I guess like Sorogaz's Lair. That's like the only one where I see getting a lot of use because that's like where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you've got like trickling armored enemies instead of choke points. No, like other levels don't really have that. I think I think it's better than Wildcat just because the armor
Yeah, it's
shred I
more
think is
consistent.
yeah, and it scales better into the late game than the one
Mm-hmm.
call. Now you've
Yeah,
got
because you. Hmm.
Ingvar. I think Ancestor Call is like C tier.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
all
up
right.
there.
It helps out pretty decent in certain choke point levels, and the units are actually I think the units themselves have pretty good stats.
Yeah, they had like.
It's like
I think
150 health,
160.
20% armor, something like
Yeah,
150,
they're
200,
decent.
200 health, 20%
200.
armor is pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah, they're about the same strength as a tier 3 barrack once they're maxed out.
Definitely, and I think just overall they're pretty good. They're pretty okay. I think just late game, like they don't deal a lot of damage and they die quickly, but I think early game they're a very good skill. So I think C or honestly B tier.
Oh, up to B.
I
I
actually,
suppose. I
actually
mean, I would put it in high C tier
yeah, I
personally.
think high C tier is more fair. We've got
Oh, now the bear form.
I think it goes here. I think Bear Form does it definitely helps out his damage. It helps out his XP gain, attacks faster. He gets a
Yeah,
lot of
and he also has, I believe, triple attack with that.
yeah.
Or was
That's
it double?
it's like he attacks 3 times, and
Oh yeah, 3 times.
he attacks 3 times. Each time does like 40, 60 damage. That
Hmm. Or wait, isn't that like the total damage, or is it like per auto?
I think it's
Does
per
it
auto.
specify?
It doesn't
Hmm.
specify, but
Three
it comes.
times in a row, 0.5 with a cooldown of 2 seconds. No, it doesn't say. Because
Okay.
that might be the total damage, but it could also be like
I
the
think
damage per basic
I
attack.
think it's damage per, but either way,
Yeah.
his damage definitely is higher than in bear form that is in regular form,
Yeah.
and it's
That's
just
that's that's quite a lot.
I don't think it
120 to 180 damage.
again I don't think it's quite as good as Field of Retribution just because it's
I mean, yeah, it's locked behind a cooldown, so
also you can't
you
use
can't use
Ancestor
it as
Call
a.
during it, so you have to like really
Hmm. Yeah. Out- Outside of outside of boss levels, this ability
like,
is all right, I
yeah it's pretty
guess.
yeah it helps out, but it I don't think it's quite as good as
Unless you're
still
on
pretty good.
Sarrogas Slayer, then you're not
Yeah, Cyril,
surviving that.
using why would you use Ingvar and Cyril Gaz's lair? Then you've got a
No.
Royal Edict. I, I don't know. I think
Ooh.
it's better than Courage because it's like you could buff your Tesla, buff your Sork, but I don't think it's better than Ancestor Call just because it's very
Yeah.
reliant on your placement of him, and King Dinas is a very tricky character to place because he's got like short range. He's got that blind spot.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ooh, now for the one of the more questionable abilities.
it has a lot of damage,
Or
but it's really
yeah.
bad. The AoE is really weak.
Yeah,
You
and
need to
the
be
targeting is even worse. Like it's
like you
trying to predict. It works like an artillery shot, but somehow worse.
yeah.
I don't get it.
55%
Like
uptime for the bear. Yeah, it's um.
like it's trying to predict.
We've got
Hmm.
the
Oh, okay. So that's the dual strike.
I think Death Strike is S tier, like low S tier.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best ones.
340 true
I
damage
crapped on the.
every
Yeah, with a what was it? 40% chance to insta kill.
yeah
Or
40%.
was
No,
it 30?
I think it's 30.
It's either 30 or 40%, as far as I remember.
20 damn, but it's still like
Oh,
12%. But it's
hmm.
still like you don't.
I mean,
It
yeah,
still does
that's
a ton of damage.
yeah.
And
310 true damage is nothing to be underestimated.
M5's very happy about the
As he should. Well, the next ability.
I think it's A
Hmm.
turn.
Is this right?
I think it's A tier. I think it's better. Actually, I think I might put it. I think it's this is good. It's just
Yeah,
reliable true damage.
yeah. It's a high A tier. Yeah, quite a bit of. And the damage difference is not that high either.
Yeah, it's
110 to
only 30.
140
Yeah,
true damage.
it's also like very quick. Like as opposed to like Catapult Barrage or Arcane Store, it happens like instantly.
Yeah,
They're able to like really like reliably go in there, get out.
yeah, but it's still not super fast, so you can cancel it, and then
Yeah,
he's still gonna use it time. So if you need to micro him, he doesn't get locked
yeah.
like most other heroes.
I've got
At
Oni's
least once you get to the
Ignis.
yeah, those two are not even question.
I'm not insane
Just not
damage,
there.
very good damage, and like
Yeah, because why not?
crazy. And we've got Alora. I'm gonna put this skill like high A tier. It deals good damage, but the AoE is quite consistent.
Yeah,
My
it's not
experience,
as good.
yeah, it's kind of like awkward to aim. And then permafrost at
This one though, yeah, 80% slow for what was it, 2 seconds?
2 seconds. Yeah, but that's like pretty much just a stun at that point. Like an 80%
Yeah, I
slow.
mean, yeah, the slow is super high.
Yeah,
Really efficient for stalling hordes of
and it's
enemies.
such like in like
And it's on
level.
a short cooldown.
And she just because she levels up quickly as a rule, it's just like insane how like quickly you can get that out. And then we've got
Mm.
a Thor.
Oh yeah, that's Thor.
Thor. These ones are odd for me. I think I don't know.
Hmm.
I think this is like a low B tier, and then I think this is like a mid B tier. Honestly, I think this is about like equal to Earthquake because I think it's more
Eh,
consistent for damage, and the
Oh
stun.
yeah, but unlike the earthquake,
It has like a much
his
lower AoE. It's harder to
not really. The problem is he can miss the attack. Like
Oh yeah,
if the
that
enemy
too.
he's targeting dies, it just disappears.
Yeah, so I
So
think
you're
it's
kind of wasting.
probably worse than Earthquake, but I think this is definitely pretty.
Yeah, it's worse because it's chance dependent. So yeah, I
Yeah,
would
but
say
I
this
think
one
it's
is
still. I
better.
think I still say it's more reliable than Hammer Smash. It like in practice it has the same cooldown, but you can use it against single targets. So his single target DPS
Hmm.
is still pretty respectable.
I wonder, does does the chance for this ability to proc increase with level, or does it stay the
It
same?
stays at 25% on all levels, but it increases damage amount of
Oh,
gains.
so it just gets more damage.
280 damage every 6 seconds is high though.
And it can target up to 5 enemies. Not
Yeah,
bad.
so it's pretty good. Hacksaw. This
Mhm.
I'm gonna put this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the top. I think I'm gonna put it here. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It
the only hero with an insta kill,
only it's actually
consistent one at least.
I don't. I actually might put it above Shield Retribution honestly, because like it just gets so much value. Like killing a Swamp Thing or killing a Son of Sarugaz or a Troll Breaker is really the
Mm.
only. It gets less value in the levels and Curse of yeah, and Burning Torment and Curse of Castle Blackburn, but everywhere else I think I found to get some pretty solid value, really good value.
Mhm.
Unlike this skill, where this skill is pretty like kind of like an insta kill when it goes up against like a good
Yeah, but it
enemy.
also.
But
Mhm.
like there are very few
Yeah.
enemies in the game where it like not very few, but they're not as plentiful. This skill working on any
Indeed. Okay, now for the
line
boomerang.
Blade, like
Mm.
C tier. I think that the early game damage is actually pretty. It being true damage means able to like level up off of it like a lot easier. Like he
Yeah,
still didn't gain like a lot of XP from it, but it's still like enough. I think it's
yeah, he
pretty
doesn't level up that slowly.
yeah.
It's good.
I think it
It's
helps.
decent.
It's just decent. I just got
Mm-hmm.
Berlin. Um,
Ooh,
I think they're both D tier, but I think yeah, I think they're both better than Wildcat.
hmm.
I think they because just because
Yeah.
this deals more damage than like has a higher capacity for damage than Wildcat because it's
If you
explosive.
manage to hit the mines,
It's explosive
because
damage.
they have kind of tricky
Yeah, they're
hitbox.
tricky to micro around, but I think they're definitely better than and I think this skill, well, it is like it is just like a worse permafrost. It's still like an AOE displacement. I think it's better than just a single target doll. I think
Yeah,
I
it
think
definitely is.
I think they're both better than Mirage's. Actually, I'm gonna put them both like this. I think they're better than Mirage too.
Yeah. Oh wait, what's the next ability?
Okay, this
Um,
is
What
yeah,
is
like,
that?
Tenchi's Iron Time.
Oh, well, that's what it
it's
is.
good. Right.
No, no, yeah, Tenchi's
um,
Iron Time. I think this is S tier.
hmm.
S.
Yeah, for
It's
how easy it is to proc,
yeah,
immune
it's
to
really
damage,
easy. It
just
deals so much
AoE.
damage. It's crazy. And then
Yeah,
Rain of Fire. I think
the
I'm gonna put this bottom of S tier as well. You because like
yeah,
when it
especially once you get it to level 7 with the Scorched Ground, it can do so much extra
it
damage.
deals a lot of damage. So yeah. Now we've got Ash Bite. Now we're on the frontiers. Now
Hmm.
frontiers onwards. It's like alphabetical for some reason. We got Ash Bite, Blazing Breath. Like
Yeah.
I think it's C tier.
I don't know.
No, I see it.
I mean,
The way I see it, it's
for
like
how short the cooldown is, I guess it could
yeah,
belong
I
into the
see it
C
as
tier.
like a upgraded auto, pretty like an upgraded base attack, pretty much. Like you
Yeah,
know,
it's like
that's
it's similar to an empowered basic attack, but
yeah.
the targeting is a bit odd.
Yeah,
But then
targeted
again, Ashbite
damage
always
is
had that issue.
a little inconsistent, but I think just by virtue of it being like an attack cancel, like it's pretty decent. I think it's you can like cancel out of it, like let him keep attacking. I think it's just okay. I think it's better than Courage at least
Yeah. Mm,
above Wildcat. I think
yeah.
it's like
High cooldown, not consistent enough. I mean,
well,
it deals a little bit of true damage, but it's not
it's
enough.
physical damage that
Yeah, that's the stupid part. Like,
does
if
not
it dealt true damage,
then
probably would have been better.
maybe a little better, but I think it's just like that's and nothing. Then we've got Smokescreen. I think it's better
Mm.
than Blazing Breath, but not by that much.
Yeah, it's slightly better because it covers more
fire
area
miss.
and
Fire
it's good
miss.
for stalling.
Yeah, it's good for stalling when Ashbite himself has none. Now we've got a Wildfire Barrage.
Meteor. Oh yeah.
I think this is like
that one is
definitely an A tier skill. I think I'll put it like here.
Yeah, if it hits the right place, it can do it.
If you micro around it correctly, it deals a ton of damage. It's a really good skill in general. Then we've got True Fire. I think it's like B tier. I'll put it like here.
Yeah, it helps him out quite a bit.
It definitely
just
does, like,
empowers his basic attacks.
Yeah, it turns Blazing Breath from like 50 damage to 80 damage. You know, it just helps out all of his like hit. So I think it's definitely. Now we're on to Boneheart. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Play Carrier's best skill in the series. I think this is one of, if not the
it's
best
definitely
skills.
up there.
They've got Faction League. I'll put this like here. I'll put this here. It's not the best. I think like there are like other skills down the line that are better, but it's like just a couple. You know, just a couple. I think just like Ice Skull. I think too. Should we count Ice Skull's AoE? Yeah, I think we should. That's a passive.
I mean, technically, yeah. It just gives him his basic attacks AoE.
And yeah, this. I think I'll actually. I think I'll put this below Surge of Flame. Every time. Because not every level is Bonesburg. As Giancarlo.
Yeah, you need enemies to be near each other once they detonate, otherwise it doesn't work as well.
It's not as useful in, say, Rising Tides.
Yeah, where enemies are tanky enough to survive the explosions.
Yeah. It's Spine Rain. Here.
Yeah, it's very solid AoE damage.
Here, and then we've got. I think it's like high B tier.
Wishbones.
This is Bone Dra Wishbone, you know, Bone Golem.
Yeah, I suppose, and they can get empowered by the Death Rider as well, so it's in the B tier.
About here, and Disease Nova, I think. I might be actually. I think this damage is like okay. Yeah, you can scroll through the stream when I'm done. If you want. Yeah, this is gonna be a one. Now we're on to Fuchsia. Aura of Dread, I think it's best here.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna put
casual passive 30% AoE slow.
It's just having the constant. Got Skull Sacrifice. I think it's like.
I mean, it deals 56 damage, so.
But like, think of it like if you think about it like this, 56 damage, and that's every time one skull gets depleted. So if it's like it adds up to like a lot of damage. Like when you do that, like when you have constant enemy spawns, and I think it's really good because it gives her like both physical damage as well, which I think is a very good thing to have like the damage versus like type diversity.
I suppose if you manage to hit the same target with a couple of skull sacrifices, it can do quite a bit of burst damage.
I think I'll leave
it there
I think it's like B tier around.
I still remember when Bruxa was released, and for some reason this ability didn't have any cap.
That was so fun, dude. Like it'd be able to like.
It was peak.
Getting like it deals a lot of damage overall. Like here, like here. I'll put it here. And we've got Dante's Akimbo style.
Yep.
I'll put it here. It does a lot of damage. I think Silver Bullet out like. They're both just like insanely high damage skills. Tear through enemies. The Silver Bullet, I think, just gets more points because, and it's really the werewolf targeting. Water, honestly, bottom of C tier.
Yeah, just single target silence. It does last for quite a while, but
it has 100% uptime. But I think the main use for it is the only good use for it I found is Black Surge.
Yeah, for Black Surges, it's quite
Very
solid.
helpful. Then we've got this skill. I think I'm gonna put this like closer to the top of C. Actually, no. Put it
Yeah.
closer because like it negates blood shells. Like it's pretty. It's kind of just like a. It destroys blood shells pretty much. But that's all it does.
Yeah.
I don't have any. There's like very other. Very. And then this. I'll put this like C. It like doubles damage, sure, but like assassins. I don't think it affects assassin skills. Hold on. I don't. It sure it's good for like Black Horse to Black Corsair. And
Yeah.
That's really it.
I think it only affects the basic attacks. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on abilities.
50% extra damage. Is there any? Okay, so it actually does counterattack and attack.
Oh.
But I think that's like kind of niche because like for Rising Tides, you want sneak attack to be insta killing. So you're
yeah,
not like
for the most part. So you benefit most for the insta kill.
But I think just because of
I guess the counter attack bonus damage could help.
Counter attack bonus damage. I think. No more to cause. These are some interesting skills. Bull Rush, I think it's definitely A tier. It really is just like such a monstrous.
It's up there into the A tier.
A monstrous skill when used correctly.
Yep, massive stun, really good.
But you have to use it correctly. But I think Daedalus' Maze. I don't think it's very good. It is.
Yeah, it's either the one of the best abilities or one of the worst, depending on how you micro it.
My issue is, in order to micro around this, you have to stop. You have to like, you have to like pause and stop your micro around this. And I think a 1 second stun versus like a 12-second like a 1 unit stun versus like a 10 unit stun, I think has so much more value behind it.
Yeah, it's definitely the superior ability. But this one can help if used correctly. The problem is you have to micro in order to make good use out of it.
We've got Blood Axe. Blood Axe is not very good. Because like on paper,
it used to be good, but it got nerfed. So that was a long time ago.
Not even that. Like on paper, a lot of damage. Like you have to be like moving cause around a lot. You're not gonna have a lot of opportunity. Which is kind of like the opposite for his spin. Yeah, where you're able to like, sure the damage is like inconsistent, but it's his best source of like go in, deal damage. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think that's a pretty useful to have. Better than Aurora Fury. I'm gonna put this like low A tier.
I don't know. It's good, but you can't control it really.
You can't. I mean, you can him, but like, I just see it as like a supportive skill. It's kind of like a weirder version of Angry God. Like or like worse, I guess. But it's still like 75% more damage for all towers. I think it's pretty useful for like Archmage.
If used at the right time, yeah, it could be good.
So I think it's like more like these are like really okay. Now on some more tough ones.
Arcanos.
I think this is like B tier. I think. Invincibility is
low end, I would say.
Yeah, low end invincibility. The first I'm gonna bring up Endless Mode, where this is definitely one of the best skills. Endless Mode, period.
Yeah, because you could just stole the mini bosses.
It's a nice skill to have. Shadow Moon, where you can tank the Abomination explosions, or Rising Tides, where you can tank the Blue Gales. I think overall it's okay, but it's just not reliable enough to be higher.
Yeah.
Now we've got Pincer or Pincer attack. I don't know.
Lowest, either low C or D tier. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think
sure reduce true damage, but it's in a line, so it's kind of difficult to get good use out of it.
I think it's only really difficult to get use out like bad like not that hard to get like in like AoE on it.
Yeah, but it depends on the path as well. Like if you're at a bad point, you can't really get a good usage out of it.
But it's like okay now. And then we've got a arm shoulder cannon.
One of the worst targetings in the game.
I don't know,
This
but like
ability misses
when
so
it's used,
often.
when you like micro it correctly, it's really good. Yeah, 60%
Yeah.
slow for 8 seconds is really helpful, but just because of how hard it is to micro, I think I'm just gonna have to like
Mm.
their attack.
Yeah, they're around the same.
Yeah, we're
At
on
least with pincer attack though, you can it's
pincer
a little bit
attack's a
more
lot easier
consistent.
to micro.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on to
Ooh,
style.
snake style.
I
Hmm.
don't think it's not useless here, but I think it's still D tier.
Yeah, it's a bad ability.
It
Sure,
has like
it reduces the damage, but
it's
it's not really
niche,
meant to be
pretty
stalling.
niche, like for like Sari and Brutes or blood shells, and that's about it.
Hmm.
And then we've got, I think Dragon Style is actually a pretty decent skill.
Yeah, it's not bad compared to everything else in this kit. It's up there.
Like it's just pretty. It's like on a short, like reliable AOE
Yeah,
damage.
it's a nice AOE true damage.
It's sure. It's like I guess it's competing with like Disease Nova
Yeah.
or Wildfire Barrage.
The only
Like
problem with the ability is that it has pretty inconsistent damage.
yeah,
If it
it
was a
even
little
with
bit more
Sixer.
consistent, it would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been a
But
lot
because
better.
of how random it is, you can't get good value.
This probably is his like best skill though. He's got Tiger
Tiger
Style,
style.
and then we've got Leopard
Just an
Style.
empowered attack. Leopard style is bad, but at least it can stall for a bit.
Yeah,
And you can.
it's actually pretty good against like isolated targets. Not pretty good. It's okay against
Mm,
isolated targets, but past that it doesn't. Like if there's like two enemies there, like if there's like two enemies, it does nothing.
yeah, it just stalls them for like a split second, and that's about it.
Rain Style, I think it's
I mean, it's one of his better abilities for
yeah, it
sure
does
because
definitely help him out. But I
yeah,
think this
without it
skill's
he
better.
just dies all the time.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, Dragon style is superior, but
definitely better.
Crane style is definitely useful.
Now we're on to Saitam, Mighty Monkey.
Mm.
Spinning Pole D tier.
Oh, really? D tier?
Dude, do I have to put the numbers on this one, dude? It's horrible. It's like, why am I
I
thinking?
know it got nerfed a long time ago, but
It's like,
is it really that bad?
it's 100. What is it? 108 damage every 20 seconds, and it has the same
Oh, the
problem as
cooldown is what
Chitsu.
is fixed.
It has the same problem as Tetsubo Storm, where it has
Yeah,
there's a long animation, but I think Tetsubo Storm's even worse
yeah,
with it. But this,
yeah. I think it's worse because yeah, the animation is too long. Like by the time he casts, sometimes an enemy dies and he just takes the
yeah, I
ability
think I might actually
completely.
have to put this in F tier.
Yeah,
I've got Monkey Palm.
that's really interesting.
Monkey Palm.
Another really good stun with the silence.
It's definitely better than Holy Water.
Yeah, it's
I think
it's
I'll
way
put it. I
better.
think I'm just gonna put it here because it's just like a single target stun. Like again, it has like the same use cases as Holy Water, but just like now it helps you. Now it helps you stall for a little longer. It doesn't really do a lot.
And you get to pick on which target to use it, unlike Holy Water.
I think you can pick. I think it targets the enemy you're in melee combat in Holy Water.
Okay, maybe that's true.
Angry God.
Angry God. Oh,
Definitely an 18.
I mean, for endless mode, one of the best. 65% bonus damage to all enemies.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I think just because it has a high cooldown though, and it can be a little bit hard to micro, I think it's I don't know. I think I'll just leave it. I think
One of the highest cooldowns in the game. 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you have the regen.
Regen? Better than Cronin regen.
I mean, oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna put it like C tier as well. Because he has armor so he can capitalize off of it. But it's like it doesn't like kill. Huh?
What?
Hello?
Hi, and
He's here now.
I only have like a few heroes, and I don't have all heroes. I play on my phone.
Oh, you're a mobile.
Yeah.
Well, now we're on to a free hero, Ulrich. So you can put some input on this.
Thanks.
Well, first off,
yeah, or...
I'm gonna Sam Warrior is an S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically a walking barrack with that skill.
Yeah, crazy. Then spiked armor, I think this A tier.
Armor in.
Yeah,
Nice.
mid to high A tier.
Actually, I'll put up a
Really
low
Yeah,
good
silver
against
bullet.
it's good against Phantom Warrior
And then Flurry.
and
What
Flurry.
the fuck? Hold on. Where's this?
What?
Right here, I think.
I think this was in it was in B,
Yeah, it was right
it
there.
was in B tier. Where did it? Oh, there it is. It's on the it's in the A tier.
There it is.
Wait,
There's
no,
Flurry.
that's not it. Oh, I got
This is
there
it.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good skill. It's like one of, if
Yeah,
not
for
the
how
best,
short of a cooldown it has.
one of, if not the best single target damage skills in the.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
But it's physical damage, of course. So it's not as good as Death Strike. And then it does have an issue with like enemies dying during it.
Mm-hmm.
overkilling.
Yeah, overkill. Now we're on to
Yeah.
Blackthorn.
Yeah.
This is also S tier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
up
much
there.
money in the
If you
late
micro
game.
it correctly, you can generate tons of gold.
Yeah, definitely. Ramen Bang though, this is like D tier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bad ability.
yeah.
It's better than this skill though, just because it doesn't have like that
Yeah.
giant doesn't have that like really annoying.
Ooh, Kraken.
Kraken, I think
That's a
there's
pretty
like
solid
Mm.
ability for stalling.
So
Yeah.
fun.
Slow
It
75%
kind of like
to enemy does decent damage.
yeah, I think it's like C tier.
kind of like
It's better
Black
than
of the
Smoke Screen or
Forest.
Fiery Mist.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're on to
Oh, now on to Cronin.
Cronin.
Worst than Warriors.
D tier.
It's a worse than Warriors.
Worst
And
tier.
long respawn time.
This is like those. I'll put 'em, like here.
It's best skill.
It's his best skill, but doesn't really do a lot.
Yeah.
Then we've got Eagle. Again, pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think it's. I'll put it like
Without-
here.
It's fine, but the damage is very inconsistent.
DPS, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's his only ability that hits narrow units.
Deep Lash is like F tier.
Yeah, pretty bad skill.
Then is all. After D tier.
Yeah, because
you
he doesn't have any
guys-
resistance to pair it with.
Without his
This
armor.
was against high tier enemies.
Yeah, again, it just doesn't do anything. Now we're on to Deirdre.
Damn.
This Holy Light is also.
Oh, really? D tier? I don't know. It's kind of good.
It's only
It heals for a decent amount, and it has a resurrection chance.
Yeah, but it's a chance. I feel like without like.
But it's also a pretty spammable skill. So I don't know. When I was doing barracks only on the All Towers mode for Frontiers, this ability was common in Glitch quite a bit.
Yeah, but was
it
rebalance?
Yeah, it was when I was doing rebalance.
Yeah.
This
And also-
ability was really good.
But I think it's got niche. And
Yeah.
but if actually I want to put this in here honestly.
Yeah,
this-
because
this-
also it
This
also
pairs
allows
with
her to
Necromancer. This pairs with Necromancer pretty nicely.
yeah, and it allows her to teleport. So that's
Then
even better.
Consecrate. I'm gonna put this like.
Yeah, it's
It's
decent
good for Battle
empowerment,
Micro.
but
It's good for like Archmage, but that's about it.
yeah, if you have a pretty high tier tower in the choke point, you can just constantly empower it.
Now we're on to Grow. Oh, Bastion. I'm
Mm.
actually. I'm
Do
gonna.
we count this as a passive?
I'm
or
not gonna
no?
count that as a passive. I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
in.
because it's got. Yeah, because he has to stand still all the time. I mean, you could move him little by little, but
Not even
yeah,
that.
it gets annoying.
It changes its. It upgrades its DPS from 30 to 37. That's it. It's a very mediocre damage boost.
Yeah, for how long he has to stay in place to proc it, yeah, it's not that great.
Sure, then we've got Boulder. I'm gonna put this like high D tier.
Yeah, it's alright, but yeah, it could be better.
Got Guard
One of the
Punch.
weirdest is the chaos.
Put this like. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it has a very
I'm not sure.
respectable DPS, but I think
Yeah,
the
but
main
the skill chance is kind of weird.
I
Like
just
it's
don't even count
30%, but
that
I
at
think it
that
has
point. It's like
I think it
30%.
has something to do with health.
Yeah,
Because I
it's like
remember Growl's skill is unique compared to everything else.
it's only if Growl's health is triple the target.
Oh, so that's how it used to work. Because I remember his skill was niche like that.
So, but I think it's just
Didn't we?
damage. Then we got Stomp. I think
Yeah.
Stomp's A tier. Like, actually, I'm put high B tier.
Yeah,
The AoE
it's good. Would
bugs
you?
out a bit, but I think it's got a short cooldown. It deals good damage.
Yeah, slows, has a chance of stunning. Pretty good.
Mm. It sounds very good.
Definitely better than the Boulder.
Then we got a Mirage. This is like F tier. Right here because it's damage.
I guess she does not want to stall enemies.
This is like low D tier. I think this actually has a need the early game some levels. Install enemies. Like you could just cheese them by stalling them with.
Yeah, it's not.
And then hot take, I think
there's...
lethal strike is a good skill.
I mean, yeah,
sure, I think
true damage.
Yeah, I think it has a good.
And
it has like the problem with it though is that when you're relying on it, that's when you see how like this is a chance it. You know, like if her other skills were better, you'd see the skill like the skill chance doesn't matter that much anymore. You actually can. But
it's okay against blood shows, I think.
Yeah.
Or other high tier enemies that can be insta killed. Maybe like abominations.
In the early game, it's good. Once the highest tier enemy you have to worry about is like an executioner, but later on, it's just not as good as everything else. It falls off hard.
I think, but I think it's not bad. I think it's like low B.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it doesn't scale that well into the later stages.
Now we're on to different magic missiles, like D tier.
I need to remember Vanilla Nivus because I've been playing him in Chaos mode and he is pretty busted there.
I might even put this in F tier. Actually, no, it's like.
I mean,
it deals damage, but it's like it's 140 damage every 12 seconds.
Yeah, the chain lightning is the chain one is a little bit better.
Definitely much better. I might even put a low B tier too. Now,
I mean, for how consistent. Yeah, probably C tier. It's consistent, but the damage is not quite there.
Yeah, it's just because of how bad, weird Nif base damage is. It's kind of limited in how useful it can be. Now we're on to
weird this.
I'm gonna put it low B tier. It's a good execute. You know.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
It's not like early game. It's got use because you can insta kill and then you can insta kill 1 or 2 fodder enemies. Get them off. And then late game, it's useful because you can execute bigger enemies. It's easy to micro. So I think it's a pretty decent skill all around.
Yeah, it is.
Now
for Shatra.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the death passive skills all at the bottom. I think there's 2 of them. Is there any more?
I think Mortimus has one, but it was his innate ability.
That's an innate, so it's not.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that's the only death passive that I think. Yeah, the other death passive.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the other death passive is Olak. What I missed?
Yeah, the other 2 are innate, so we're not getting them.
I forgot Hermetic. Yeah.
Yeah, just rage boost.
Disc, but I also think the skill is pretty shit as well.
Yeah, both in Frontiers and in Iron Marines.
It's you're guaranteed 70 damage every 7 seconds. That's 35 to 2 targets.
Yeah, I mean you can get quite a few bounces if you're lucky, but it's just too inconsistent. The RNG is always most of the time not on your side.
Too luck based for how shitty it is. This skill honestly sucks as well. I'm being real. I'm put at the
Protocol.
bottom of C tier just because the damage can be good, but like it tends to deal less damage than usual because of like the way it like moves. So it
Yeah,
ends up
it
dealing less
doesn't
than
stick on one
240.
target.
Deals closer to like 200, 220. But it's
Mm,
like still true damage.
yeah,
And then abduction,
yeah, that's a very high up there.
I'm gonna put it like here, like here.
Potential
Here.
AoE insta kill.
I think I think these were like similar like in the strength, because this skill is
Yeah, but
consistently short cooldown, so it deals better with like the spammy enemies. But there are less for Kingdom Rush 1. It's more focused on like bigger.
yeah, in
lesser
Kingdom Rush 1,
enemies.
his skills have bigger value.
Yeah.
In Frontier, is not so much.
Bruce. Now, okay, now we're on to
Hmm.
hero spells. Now, again, for hero spells, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rank them separately. Where I'm gonna put it like, or I'm gonna put all the hero spells all the way to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So, like if I put this like here, it does not mean this is better than this necessarily. It just means that this is like the best like hero spell, I guess. But it's not. It's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
The
not
worst
that
hero
good.
spell in the series.
Definitely up there.
Now we've got Bruce.
Oh, that.
Sharp claws,
Well,
like
probably
Beaker.
his. Yeah, his best ability by far.
It pairs really nicely with bloodletting shots.
Yeah, the bleed damage. Plus, he deals also bonus physical damage to bleeding enemies.
Yeah.
So if you get the bleed going, he could shred.
It definitely. And that
there's this.
and then that's also
The King's Roar, I believe it was called.
this follows me now. This is actually very
Yeah,
King's
that's
Roar.
nice.
This is like D tier.
Yeah, I mean it's a good. It has pretty big AOE, but
It's not an
its
AOE
duration is
skill
not.
though.
What?
It's
How is it not?
it can
I'm
only
pretty sure it's
it can
AOE.
only target like 5 enemies. Yeah, like at
What?
it's got a like enemy cap. Yeah, it can only stun
Does it?
maximum of 6.
Oh.
It's the same thing with Varric's. Where is it?
Hmm.
It's the
I
same
never
thing as
realized
Varric's
this was
Slam.
kinda
Same
cool.
thing as yeah, same thing as Varric's Slam and Prince's Celebrity, where it can only target a certain amount of enemies, or like at least effect.
Oh.
So it's just like not good, and it is just an inferior version of Celebrity.
Yeah, I guess it's not as good as I thought.
And then we've got Grief Fights.
Hmm.
It's okay.
Alright, damage, but restricted by the high cooldown.
Not that high. It's like 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20-ish.
Yeah, but it's kind of it's not amazing. I'd rather seek professional help than ranking. Honestly, that's not a yeah. That's what Alex just said. Honestly, that's. Then we've got Durax. So Crystalates, I'm gonna put in like S tier.
Yeah, it's an S tier ability. Being able to create duplicates of yourself with the same abilities.
Now the thing is, I'm gonna count his other skills in conjunction of.
Yeah, checks out. Because
Lethal Prism's definitely the best
consoles.
of the 3. It deals the most damage and also makes him invincible. And this is like
but it also
but
it could also be a little annoying to use the prism, especially if you're defending close to the exit, because he can't block enemies during it.
He can. If he's in melee combat, he can use it in melee combat. You mean like if he'll like stop to use it first and then go into melee combat?
Yeah,
I see what you mean. Hold on, these Fosta skills are out of order. Then Sapphire Fangs.
Okay.
Like
very good.
B tier.
I mean, it is quite a bit of true damage, and you can use it either as an AoE or a single target
but I think
burst damage.
It is kind of limited though. Like other AoE skills are just better. Like what? It's gonna kill kill 3 harassers.
Well, yeah, but that's not the main purpose of it. It's really good for bursting down important enemies.
Yeah, I know.
And you can use it as an AoE if you're choke point is about to break as a last resort.
I'm just saying, it's still got like a 45-second cooldown. So I think it's just like kind of like a worse version of the skill of Fate Sealed. Honestly, I think.
Mm.
But,
Well,
but
yeah,
I think
but you
it's
need
still
to
decent.
target a specific. All right.
I
suppose for now.
I think B tier is fair. Now we got Phoenix.
Uh, with the worst voice lines in the game, right after Ash Bite.
Immolation definitely.
Hmm.
High
One of her defined traits.
High cool. I think it's a lot harder to activate it than you'd think. Because like you can't activate it on Dark Spitters. Like Dark Spitters won't target her. Won't target flying enemies. I don't think, or like flying arrows. They don't target
no,
Phoenix at least.
They yeah, for some reason they don't target her, but they can target everyone.
Oh, they can target Faustus and Lober. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I've played Tainted Pit many times, so I've noticed that Phoenix doesn't get targeted.
I can only like you only like reliably activate it on guerrilla outskirts harassers.
Yeah, on the harasser levels, this ability shines because you can just constantly dive bomb into them and you.
Yeah, so I think it's like S tier definitely. I'll put it like put it here.
Yeah, around like the middle.
Now we've got purify. I think it's like purifying flames. Like around.
No, I think it was purification.
It's either purifying flames or purification. Yeah, I was right. Oh yeah, you're right. Purification. Purification. Like around B2. It's only like super useful for nulls.
Yeah, on the early stages, it's quite OP, but it falls off later on.
Hulking Rage is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I forgot Hulking Range. It's pretty good there too.
I'll put it like Blazing Offspring. Like BT. I think it's just a more reliable version of this.
Yeah, it used to be A tier on I think it was on iOS. I believe on iOS the ability was stronger, but then it got nerfed for Android and Steam.
Okay,
but that was like a long time ago. We're talking like 2015, so that's kind of irrelevant information now.
It's but I think it's like here.
Yeah, B tier.
Ring of Fire. I don't know why. Last time I ranked it, I ranked Ring of Fire D tier. I don't know why. This is just like an okay skill.
Yeah, if on the right position, it can do quite a bit of true damage.
I think it's like B tier. Got her spell, which is definitely A tier at least.
Yeah, it's A tier, not quite S tier, but definitely A.
Definitely. Wilbur. Mad Missile. Definitely like B tier. Might be B tier, I think. Actually.
Yeah, it's more of a B tier ability on the towards the low end.
Like B. I think I'll put it like
it's
below.
Pretty solid.
Put it below Ring of Fire. I think just because that's true damage. I think this is actually. I'll put it. They're about like equal. This does a lot more damage overall, but this has like a better AoE. So I think I'll put them both like. A smoke screen. Like see, it's just it is literally just this, but has a 10% higher slope. It has the same exact stats, but this instead has a 60% slow instead of 50. So it is just a strictly better version of this, but like that's literally it. I'm not putting it any higher. Boombox.
Actually, yeah,
no, I'll put it like
it does some burst damage, but with the long cast animation, it's kind of difficult to get a good usage out of it.
I think like drones like CT. It's just worse Sapphire Fangs. Damage comes out slower. Damage could less. It's random. No, you can't control. Bad. Not bad, but it's not very good. It's literally just DP like more DPS to give Wilbur.
Pretty much.
Then we've got Aravan.
The King of Steam moments.
Kira.
Yeah.
Still is okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's just okay
it's
though.
alright. AoE, and
The damage it is a little it only being physical damage. It's either explosive or physical. I think it's explosive actually.
I think
yeah,
it does explosives.
yeah, it has to be explosive.
It says area damage. Man, I hate the wiki.
I guess we need to go into the code for that.
The
I
fire.
love
It's
misinformation.
explosive. It's explosive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just okay.
Checks out.
Lightning rod.
Lightning.
I would say either low B or high C. It's good but inconsistent damage.
Yeah, actually, right. I'll put this like. Actually, no.
Yeah, just single target damage, so
This.
Eh,
It's in the same
I-
boat
I
as
see.
lightning rod. Actually, I think.
yeah, it's alright. It does some
A
magic damage.
6 second
It
stun
does
is 6 second stun is pretty darn good.
yeah.
But
And
it's
does a
good
tad
for
bit of damage.
it's good for Twilight Golems, but that's like the only real use.
Yeah,
I can
for half
find.
the time you can just keep them stunned.
And then Stone Dance, I'm
And
gonna put like
then-
here.
I mean, he can tank 3 attacks from high tier enemies, but
It's you don't really want
And
to.
it's also immune to status effects, right?
Yeah. But I think I only really like in like very niche scenario. Like most of the time, I'd rather just use ranged attack.
mm-hmm.
Your spell could be too.
Mm.
It deals a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
it has good air defense.
And it's pretty. The slow is pretty good. You know, stuns are helpful. The monstrous cooldown though is
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. But I think because it's got a monstrous effect, I think.
I mean, yeah, it covers quite a bit of area.
Now we're on to Bravebark.
My favorite.
Like a very low D.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I'm
a
gonna-
pretty poor AoE.
I think I'm gonna put
Definitely better than this.
Dude, it's
Yeah, better than the
better than
keg.
Rubber Bang because you can control the AoE. Better than this because it deals more damage. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't
Oh,
even.
see.
It has a worse DPS, but I think that it quick animate.
No, I'm pretty sure it deals I'm pretty sure it deals a little bit more damage, but
Deals less
the AoE
damage.
is pretty small.
Hold on, Brave.
What was it? 80 to 120, I believe.
Yeah, actually, it's got like the same like average damage, but it has a worse DPS because it has a 5 second higher.
Yeah, the Origins moment.
But I think it's
cooldown
got like
started becoming harder.
I think this skill is so fundamentally ass. Oak Seeds I also don't think are very good. They're just the worst.
Yeah,
they're worse than
they're
Boars.
pretty
honestly.
bad summon.
I think I'm actually gonna put it lower than Spikes. I
Oh.
just feel like I like at least for fucking hulking rage when there's low armor, I get a lot more value from. I've seen Oak Seeds get wasted so much.
I mean, yeah, the range that he can throw them in is kind of iffy.
It's like artillery targeting.
Yeah.
I think I have to put a T.
For summon, it's not that great.
Branch Ball though, I think it's definitely
yeah, solid insta kill.
very good insta kill.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, this is pretty solid all around. Spring Sap, I think this is like C.
Yeah, it's a solid heal, and it can also help your choke point a bit.
It's just kind of instant. So like, I don't see like you get used a ton, and the healing often gets the overheal is crazy.
I mean, the overkill is crazy, but you also have to be. It also depends on the situation. Like if you're isolated and no one is hitting you, sure, the overkill goes to bird. But if you're getting hit by like harassers and stuff, they can actually get through the heal and still kill you. So it's not as much of a safety net.
That's fair. It's like a C tier hero spell.
Yeah,
damage is mediocre. Stun is okay. So, but I think it's like.
Yeah, brief stun with some AoE damage.
Now we're into Katha. S tier hero spell.
Yeah, it's
for sure.
Great. Short, very short and very big AoE.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on what is?
It's strong.
I'm pretty sure this is her like damage skill.
No, it's not. That's the heal.
Is
It's
it?
just done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Wait.
the fairy dust. It just heals herself and a few nearby allies.
Okay, yeah, I got it mixed up with. Okay. Yeah, this
It's
is
not bad.
Yeah,
Even
it's
if
good.
the heal is like
for
C tier.
Origins,
It's very helpful
Yeah,
for
her-
blade singers.
Yeah, it's
yes.
great for Blade Stinger.
Okay, so now we're okay. This is the damage skill, which is horrible. The skill's horrible.
You don't
It's
say.
like a Mirage. Yeah.
Definitely on the F2.
It's kind of like a Mirage skill, right?
Yeah, but worse because
Yeah,
they have
it's
magic instead
similar.
of true damage. And look at the inconsistency on the damage.
I forgot how bad this was. 18 to 50, Jesus.
That's good. Hold on, I'm getting a call.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright.
Okay then.
Wait.
Hmm.
Oh wait.
Let's see what's next on the list. Oh yeah, disability. That's the pixies. Where would the pixies belong?
Pixie Warriors. Right.
They're
They're decent, I guess.
somewhere around C
I,
tier,
or
I
you-
guess.
I think B tier, honestly. It like
B.
especially when
they're
paired with
all-
this. It
Yeah,
it lets you
they're-
permanent
they're-
stun enemies.
Assuming they can use their ranged attack, because if your choke point is getting broken, then they kind of die pretty fast in melee because they only have like 60 HP.
I think high C tier is fair for them.
Yeah, I see.
Somewhere like here.
This skill is pretty decent.
Hold on, I will be right back. Give me like a minute. Minute max.
Alright.
Alright.
And
Sure.
alright, this arrow volley, right? Right.
Mhm.
Good with Porcupine. That's a decent single target damage.
Yeah,
I think.
on its own, it's alright, but when you combine it with
Yeah.
the following skill, it's pretty good because you get to deal bonus damage with every shot.
Yeah.
Pretty good for deleting low health enemies or enemies who don't have any armor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we have Nimble Fencer. I think that's his best skill.
Yeah,
Like,
it's easiest
easier.
here. 60% chance to dodge. Pretty solid.
And with that skill, he has like 2,222 effective hit points. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, one of the highest effective HPs in the game.
Yeah, it's
least compared
good.
to
It's
everything
also
else.
good. Yeah, it's also good against the Beheader.
Oh yeah,
and-
bro.
Oh, and what's that skull with the two swords?
I don't remember the name. I think it was
kind of
Dual
mid.
Strike, but I could be wrong. It's
Kind of
alright.
mid.
I mean, yeah, it's not that great. Just
Back.
200 true damage,
Yeah.
like 15 seconds cooldown, I believe.
For which skill?
I think that deals physical damage.
No, I'm pretty sure the
Wait.
Dual Strike deals true
It's
damage.
physical. It's 100, 150 physical every 15 seconds.
Physical.
100.
It says damage.
Alright.
It's
Oh,
physical
Just damage.
Damn it.
No
Okay, I'm
damage,
getting
right?
I'm getting mixed together with legendary mode because there it deals true damage. So I'm like,
But
why
Arrow
do I
Volley.
remember this ability?
Arrow Volley is A tier, I think.
Yeah, if combined with the next skill, yeah,
Yeah.
it is 8 tier.
Porcupine.
Yeah,
Is it a lot?
Yeah, he does.
He deals a lot of
great
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
But I think
These
even
two
without
synergize
yeah.
really well with each other.
even without Porcupine, it has a high DPS.
Yeah, but still, 9 bonus damage per every attack is quite a bit.
I think I'll pair these two together.
Yeah, the synergy is good.
Nimble Fencer is like
Yeah.
a high B tier.
Yeah,
Oh,
90
That was
hits
gonna be a little bit
definitely
higher.
higher than B.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
I only
great.
only reason I only say B tier is because it's not useful against golems or champions, and those enemies not being able to stall those enemies is kind of like a big thing for Eridan. Like a big issue because other enemies they don't have like the only other enemies that are like really like worth stalling like that are Avengers.
Yeah, stuff like Avengers, Athens, potentially Ogre Magi, but I'm not sure if you can dodge them.
I think he can. I think Magi are single target attack, but I just think because of that he's only B tier. Double
Oh, and the double strike.
It's like
yeah, it's not. This is this. Yeah, it deals physical damage, so I guess D.
I'll put it like here. Yeah, the damage isn't very good, but it's some damage. Your spell, I think, is like
his
B tier.
Arrow Storm.
Yeah.
Pretty average. It deals good. Damage actually.
Yeah, quite a solid about.
Probably a worse hero spell.
Yeah, but I think it's more reliable because it has a short, but it has a worse effect. Now we're on to Faust. Here's I was supposed to say here's what I think
the A tier Araban.
Okay, A tier Araban. Here's what I think is B tier. It's just a better version of this, honestly.
I mean,
it deals pure damage. It has like a better AoE.
But it also depends on the positioning because it can spread into 3 different lanes. So like sometimes you get good usage, others you're just kind of wasting the 2 additional dragons.
Yeah, but I still think it's B. Dragonlance.
Let's talk about the inconsistencies. 288 to like 470.
I think it's like 285, 285 to 500. But it is exactly
somewhere around there.
And that's somewhere in there. Pretty good.
I mean, yeah, better than Grievous Bite, but I don't know.
Feels some pretty hefty damage.
Assuming you hit it, because it does have a cast animation.
Not that hard to like cast though. Has a faster cast animation than this at least. Acts like this, like spins around 5 times.
Oh, the teleport, Dragon Rune.
I think this might be one of his best. Might be his best skill.
Yeah, I would agree.
You can perma-stall golems and champions with that.
Yeah, against high tier enemies, really good.
Now we're on
Liquid Fire.
I think this is about B tier as well.
Yeah, it's not as OP as some people think.
It requires good positioning, like really good positioning.
And the cooldown is way too high. Like we're talking
40 seconds.
What was it? 40 seconds? Yeah.
40 seconds.
I think it's even higher on iOS, which is hilarious.
The iOS differences have been reversed.
Yeah, but I know. I just remembered back in the day.
Yeah.
People were complaining about it so much.
And then innovation is like hot garbage.
I mean, it's.
You waste it so much though. It's.
Well, yeah, but in Origins, there's a lot of enemies that have abilities that can be silenced, so that's kind of why he can use it pretty often. But considering that you have a Ward of Disruption, this ability is that great.
I don't know why this isn't. Yeah. Now we're on to Lilith.
One of my favorites from before.
When you combine these 2 skills, it does crazy damage.
Yeah.
Like sure even if a harasser, like if she only absorbs the damage of a harasser, it's still this damage is still getting doubled.
Yeah, it depends on which area you're using her. Like in the Gnoll levels and Hulking range, she's not that great. But
Gnoll level is unreliable, but everywhere else it's very nice.
Yeah, sure is.
So I think it's like A tier.
Ooh, the Wheel of Doom.
I think it's Infernal Wheel, which I also think is low A.
Yeah.
It's like
Even the
300.
The problem with this ability is she can cast it pretty far away from the choke point, so it's kind of difficult to keep the enemies in it.
But I still think the damage on it is like pretty high for an A. It's like 320 damage, AOE damage every 25 seconds, which is pretty darn nice.
Yeah.
And then
Then we have one of the
Resurrection.
worst abilities.
This is also deep. I think Final Legacy is the best, or I think it's just called Legacy. Best of the death skills, honestly.
Yeah, because it's always consistent.
The damage on it is also like pretty darn high. And
The
and it,
damage is not the main thing I like about it. It's just the because even
well,
after the hero dies, you still are getting some decent utility.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's I think
it
that
also applies.
I can see what the devs wanted for him. You're like, okay, you bring him in, he gets low, he uses frenzy, and then he dies, and he like because 50 physical damage per second is insane though.
Yeah, for vengeance, it's very high.
Okay, we're in Origins. I don't know why we're talking about. Okay, our hero spell I think is about beats.
for a bit.
It's random, but
Yeah,
you can
the Rain of Fire is great.
the Rain of Fire is
1600
the Rain of
true
Fire is
damage.
OP as hell, and the
Yep.
angels are just
And
like the Rain of Fire is S tier, and the angels are like C. But I think
Average is equal to B.
I think it equals out to B.
Moving on
Alright,
to
fair enough.
Lyn.
Lyn got a Hex Fury, Hexblade. No, Hex Fury.
Oh yeah.
Like it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's in the 80.
And Curse of Despair, I would put like B tier.
Curse of Weakness is also pretty good versus Twilight Golems.
Curse of Weakness. This is. That's kind of
It's not as good as Curse of Despair, but it's really good for single targets.
Yeah, I think it kind of just feels like a worse version of. It doesn't have 100% uptime. Well, let me just see the full stats on it. It doesn't have 100% uptime.
Yeah, it only lasts for a certain duration, but you can still do quite a bit of damage.
It also resists magic resist though too, so I think it's better than that. But not that much. For like here.
Then we have
got a like Charm of Misfortune.
Oh yeah.
It just boosts your overall effective HP. It's worse than Nimble Fencing.
Really good on her.
Actually, it's like close to Nimble Fencing because it works on all. I think it works on every attack, including ranged attacks.
Yeah, she has pretty good effective HP. Yeah, and her effective HP is already pretty good, so I think that makes her really hard to kill.
Actually, honestly, this is like on par with Nimble, because it works for Shadow Champions.
Yeah. And then Fate Sealed.
I think this is like A tier. Because it's like 700 single target damage. Or if the enemy dies, then they could deal an additional 300 AoE damage. Yeah. Some pretty darn good damage.
Alright, but I think what really carries it is the cooldown. It's significantly shorter than other hero ultimates.
Yeah, it's a very spammable skill.
Yeah, only 30 seconds. You can use it multiple times per wave.
It's insanely good for a hulking rate.
Yeah,
now we're on to Prince Penis.
The Thought Slayer.
Sybarite, I think it's like around B.
Yeah, he heals about half of his health with it.
Actually, a little bit over half. He heals more than half his health. It's
yeah, it was like 240 HP, I believe.
Very good for
a little bit over half.
Celebrity, I think this is the best skill. Like it's
arguably.
It's like a 5-second stun. Like it's
very good for 9.
It's like the scale is comparable to the Pixie Dust, Fairy Dust, whatever it's called. It's very good. I think it's like A tier. Mighty is literally just a better version of Thunder, of Lightning Rod.
Yeah, it does pretty solid.
It does more damage. You can control it, and I think the damage range is around the same though. So hold on.
I think it deals a little bit more, at least towards the high end. Because I believe it deals up to 320 true damage.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. It's 170 to 320 every 18 seconds versus Aravan. Yeah, versus Aravan's 180 to 340 every 20 seconds. So it's slightly less damage, but the DPS is better because it's on a shorter.
Yeah, 5 seconds is quite a bit of time.
So yeah, it's just a better version, and you can also control it.
Yeah, you can cancel the animation. Ooh,
Avenger. This is like low CT.
Yeah, it's not bad, but
It's
not
definitely
great
it's
either.
definitely actually at the about comparable to Flying Saw Blade. Yes, isn't as high, but it's
the problem is it deals physical damage.
It deals true damage.
Wait, it deals true damage?
Good.
I thought it dealt physical.
Good deal. Hold on.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it should deal. Yeah, it should deal true damage.
Yeah. Why is there so much true? I know Origins has the most true damage out of anything in version. Damn. Like every other ability deals true damage.
Katha's the only hero in Origins have any like any amount of true damage. Katha.
Yeah, but still,
crazy.
Every other character just has so much true damage.
Sworn Defenders. This is also D tier, but I think it's better than definitely better than.
Yeah, at least you get decent, somewhat decent units. They're not good for killing enemies, but at least you have 5 units that can block additional enemies.
Now we're on to Razing Rags. I'm putting Angry Gnome here.
Yeah,
this has a worse DPS than this.
Wow,
that's crazy.
I don't know that.
Ragification. It's like low CT situation. The way the targeting is weird. Can't control the targeting. Targeting can't control it super well. And also just the innate problem with dolls. But this skill is essentially just like an AoE stun. Sure, but like
I guess if you use it towards the edge, you can get a few enemies to polymorph. But
very good in endless mode.
Yeah, for endless mode it's good. But
there's no impossible endless.
Unfortunately, there isn't one.
Cami hair. This is like the top of the damage. Nice, but like, it's such a high cooldown that it's 35-second. Can't rely. And because of like the way it goes into different sub lanes, damage ends up split up too. So yeah, it's just not a good skill. It's okay. Kind of unreliable, but if you place him like in the middle of a choke point.
Yeah, it ain't that bad.
On to Rexon. Definitely. It's like one of the best skills in stalling. So much value from it. And then I believe this is Eldritch Blade.
Yeah.
Like B tier bow.
Pretty so. Yeah, for 5 seconds you deal true damage and you have a 3% chance to insta kill whenever you basic attack.
It is unreliable because it only lasts for 5 seconds, so like any amount of time wasted is gonna like deplete attacks from it. And especially just because of like Rexon has like low base, like has like mediocre base like defensive stats. So if you're not getting dead enemies, sometimes you might not be able to uphold it into like golems or
against really high tier enemies, it's not that great unless you get a insta kill chance. But
yeah, it's decent.
Depends.
And then Eldritch Flash, like B tier as well. It's the damage
could be good.
It's like 20.
Could be
like,
better.
Yeah.
It's inconsistent damage, but my main problem is that it only hits a limited amount of enemies.
It's
so
3
it's not
enemies
like true
for 75 to 25. So it's like it's the damage is pretty decent though. So I think it's about C
Eh,
tier.
if you get it to hit towards the high end, yeah, it can do quite a bit.
Indicator, I'm gonna put this
Vindicate.
like very
Ooh,
top of A tier.
yeah, yeah, it's
Maybe even
very
S,
solid.
but I think top of A
The
tier.
odd, I mean, yeah, the only ability that can insta-kill golems and shadow champions.
But I think the problem is against Shadow Champions, not very good. Like sure, I mean yeah, instant killing Shadow Champions is very nice, but Shadow Champions get used a little more like they get used in like higher numbers, so it's like a little less value for against comes from killing them. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it takes some pressure away, but it's not
Yeah,
as
I don't think it's
great.
S tier. I think this
Yeah, you
is
can
S
just
tier
use
though.
Hunter's Mark for them.
This is literally just a
It,
free win. Like if you have this hero spell and you're got like a close choke point, this
yeah, and then when you summon it, it also stuns everyone nearby,
it
which
does have
is
a
kind
high
of overlooked.
it does have a high cooldown, but like the monstrous damage you get from this not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on to the rest of Vesna. Um, Soul Drain. This is like a branch ball. Where did I put
Yeah.
branch ball? I'm gonna put it below, like around equal to branch ball because it's better in the sense that it like it's easier to micro because it's both easier and harder to micro. That it has like the activation radius where you can like keep them far away from enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Or for like, but like for Brave Bark, you have to just like leave him far away, put him in melee combat. But then also worse in that Vezin as the ranged in the film. But you can also use it in the early game. It's very nice for fodder. So I think it's about just branch ball.
Mm-hmm. Hey
Hey,
then.
arcane
Hmm.
tackles. I think this is like C. It's literally just a better Lion's Roar. Where's that? No, it stuns more. It stuns like same amount of enemies, but it's damage.
Yeah, it's a little bit of magic damage.
I think it's like C, about like C.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
Actually, no,
alright.
put it like
But Arcane,
Arcane
yeah,
Nova
but
is
Arcane Nova is pretty solid.
definitely A tier.
Yeah, 66 to 120 damage.
And then
And you also slow enemies in
yeah,
it.
the AOE is like
Yeah,
compared to the
compared to other abilities, it's massive.
Now we're on to your spell. I'm gonna put this like B2. The reason I'm only, well, it's like the problem with it is just that like it's hard. It's like annoying. Like if there's
Mm.
multiple enemies, then it's like 160 damage to 6 enemies. Bad, you know.
Yeah, if you focus
But
it
at
on
least
one
and
target, it's very solid.
yeah,
But
to isolate, yeah,
and
it's
as
about
an
like
AoE ability, it's
I'll say it's better than Tornado.
yeah, because it's spammable.
Daring Strike, like B tier.
Mm. Yeah, and it has a niche mechanic where you can teleport them if you time it
Yeah,
correctly.
the micro force really annoying. Damage isn't very like good. Um, I'll put it like actually. It's just okay. It's not like a great skill, but it's actually I'll put this like here. I'll actually no. And fire. This is like a D. If I'm being real, I only ever see it get
Mm.
used in campaign, or I guess maybe in Knowles in a Hulking Rage. But I still think it's too.
Mm-hmm.
Mind over body,
And
also ass. It's just the worst Sybarite. But I think just yeah, it's just the worst Sybarite in every way. It's like
yeah,
and
just
he has low armor, so he gets less value from it. Like mediocre. It's overtime, of course, so he can still die while you during it. So I think like D. Panda style, worst AOE, probably one of the worst AOE skills in this.
yeah,
It's just
definitely.
on par with root spikes, I think.
Yeah,
I think the damage is
small.
ever so slightly higher, but it's still like hot garbage.
Yeah, it's slightly better, but not by much.
Now we're finally on to Vengeance.
Hmm.
Yay.
All right.
Now I'm gonna pin this just so I can have this. Azura, we're on to Azura.
The semi insta kill or just
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of dead. I think
I
it
think
has a
it's
long cooldown.
I think it's like B tier though, by virtue of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, semi. So.
Means
The only problem is it has 45 seconds cooldown, so
Yeah, it's the worst.
kind of
It's
difficult
the
to get
worst
going.
insta kill in the like. It's the worst guaranteed insta kill in the series, bar none. So
yeah, and it also does nothing against BGM.
like many bosses. I think this is like B.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, outclassed by Espets and skill.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put this like right because this mostly gets used.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they kind of have to work together because she's very squishy, so the shield helps her get her
Frame.
skill up.
Yeah, and then we've got Onyx arrows. It's
And
about like high, like about like mid to high B tier.
Yeah, it's good for burst damage.
Yeah, and then we've got actually
it's also quite curse prone with the armor
That was
breaker.
very good.
Quiver Sorrow. I think I'll put like here because this also gets a lot of value with.
It kind of
Yeah, you can
takes
shred a lot
long
of armor.
Kind of takes long, but it's quite decent against the elephants.
Her hero spell is also about like B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's always
solid.
Yeah, it's just the
AoE true damage.
now we're on to
Barasad.
Vanilla Barasad.
I love Barasad, but I hate Vanilla Barasad.
Same.
Conflagration.
I love him in mods. Hate Vanilla.
I actually hate him in Revengeance. If I'm being real.
Oh, is he bad in Revengeance? Because I haven't played that mod in ages.
Well, in Revengeance they changed his hero spell to where it deals like it's like 300 damage, but it only affects enemies under 90% health. It's just really annoying, and I don't like it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but like I guess like Revengeance does that for a lot of like. I just don't like that about Revengeance in general. It's like fundamentally change heroes like that. Not really huge on that. But yeah, I think this is like the.
Yeah, it's alright.
Here the Dragon is OP. Like, oh, I'm not even joking. I think Fear the Dragon's OP is like OP. I don't think it's
very. It's a very underrated ability for.
I think it's like low S. Like it's like essentially like a 7-second stun on a 22.
Yeah, and it's even better than a stun because you make the enemies walk back down the path, so you get even more time.
It alleviates so much pressure off of your choke point. And then now back down low.
Yeah, pretty bad summon, but
I don't think I'd put it F tier because the damage.
Yeah, it's like
it has pretty good stats, you know. Like it's
the
able
stats are fine.
It's able to help clear up fodder enemies fairly well.
I guess.
Yeah. And then Obliterate.
One of the tiniest AoEs in the game.
Obliterate's so funny.
It's an insta-kill, but yeah, it's a good insta-kill, but the AoE is so small. Like,
yeah,
I don't giving it AoE true damage if it doesn't have it.
It's only like you only see it, I guess for Mogwise. Yeah. It rides to the dragon.
I guess like really. Yeah, I guess like really packed up enemies, but this is Vengeance, so most of the time enemies are not gonna be piled up.
I don't understand. Melfire. B tier, honestly.
Yeah, 180 true damage across the map.
Actually, I'll put it like bottom A tier. It gets value, like it gets a lot of value in Pirate Kings. Like it gets really good value for Skullwreck Bay and Monkey Island.
Oh yeah, on Monkey Island it's a phenomenal skill.
Yeah, so I think low A is
Helps a
fair.
lot with the Russian monkeys.
Now we're on to Dianyun. Second best hero spell.
Yeah, it's up there.
You know we're the best.
It could have been the
hero
best.
spell.
Yeah, it could have been the best if it dealt true damage, but it deals magic.
I
so
don't.
it's a
I
little
don't even.
restrictive.
I just don't. I just think it couldn't have been the best when the next one up.
Oh yeah, it can compete, but definitely could be a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely, but it's still OP as hell.
Mm.
We've got lightning.
The chain lightning.
In lightning. Actually, I'll put this bottom of C.
Yeah,
honestly, stun
it's okay.
Stun. I think it has like an extra added stun, which is always helpful.
Yeah, it applies the stun.
Oh, this is another passive effect. I forgot.
Yeah, because it just allows him to target more enemies.
What
the
is
heal?
I'm not putting any
Healing rain.
Healing rain. I think it's. I'll put it like. Honestly.
Yeah, it's not that great of a heal.
It's pretty neat.
It can help, but I don't know. I guess. Oh, there it is.
Put it here. I'm putting this here. It was about like somewhere here.
Yeah, it was towards the bottom of the.
Now got Tidal. I think it's like Tsunami or like Tidal.
I think it was Supreme Wave.
Supreme Wave, yes.
Tidal Wave.
Supreme Wave.
Tidal Wave was for Junpei.
Yeah, Junpei's Tidal Wave got just the better wave. And he does have a better wave. This is like a 4-second stun in a giant area.
Yeah.
I think I think the problem with it though is that it is kind of like weird. I don't know, like I think it's like
and yeah,
better than Celebrity by virtue of it being like true AoE skill.
The only issue with it is that you can easily cancel the ability if you move them at the wrong time, so you're just wasting 30-second cooldown.
Now we're on to Tank.
The second king of Steam moments.
Fortune Cannon.
Pretty bad. A little bit of
I'm
true damage, and you get locked in place for the whole duration.
It's not even true damage. It's physical.
Wait, it's physical.
It's physical damage.
I haven't played much Modded Vengeance. I forgot the vanilla game.
Damage every 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
It's horrible.
Yikes.
It's just a horrible skill. My god. Oh, heat missiles. Okay, now heat missiles.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Pretty solid damage. I think they'll put it like here. I think the main issue is that it can have weird targeting, but
yeah, the retargeting is a bit off.
Single target damage though is pretty nice.
Yeah, and now let's go to the AoE.
I believe this is Earthquake as well.
I think it was Ground Slam.
Ground Slam. Yeah. This is a very nice skill.
Yeah.
I might even put it
and
low
it can
A.
also hit arrow units as well, so it's even better.
It competes with Supreme. No, it does. It's better than Celebrity. Honestly, it's very nice. The damage is actually pretty decent. I think you can get multiple like quakes of the ground to hit a single enemy, so you can get like 180 damage, 90. So overall, it's a very nice skill. And then Expendables, I think, is even better. Expendables is crazy. It's just crazy. Because either you can like leave them there and have the units bug out so they don't go into melee combat, and that's an extra 30. That's an extra 30 fucking DPS across like with all 3 units combined. That's crazy. Or you can move them and like debug the units and then actually get like really nice stunning. The problem with it though is just like you're constantly having them pause.
Oh yeah.
So I actually think I'm gonna put this a little lower, but I think it's still a pretty nice skill. And then his hero spell is just bonkers.
Yeah, into
top
the
of A tier.
Hmm.
I don't put it S tier because of how buggy the AoE is.
Oh yeah, I suppose the AoE could prevent it from being quite
and
as
it's only physical damage. Again, it's this and Nightmare only deal physical.
Hmm.
Um,
Wait, Nightmare deals physical damage? I thought it
yeah,
was magic.
it was true, but like it's not. It's physical.
Hmm.
Now we're in the
Hmm.
HG strikes again.
Wait, I don't even have ice.
Now we're in the Ice Skull. Yeah, you don't even have Ice Skull. You'd think you know where this is going. Best hero spell series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best skills in the series.
The
And one
best
of the
skill in
most
the
mid
series.
skills in the series.
This is a very nice skill. It's just insane AoE physical damage. But I think just because it's physical damage, not like S tier.
Yeah.
And then this skill, everybody said it's detrimental,
Permafrost.
but I actually tested it and it's not detrimental. The way it works is he'll like basic attack, and then he'll use it, and then he'll immediately basic attack after. So it's kind of like in between basic attacks, and it won't like use up any DPS.
Oh. Hmm.
So it's actually a
Maybe.
pretty decent skill.
Hmm.
I
I
think
always
it's
thought it was just a waste of a basic attack, since it's all better to just keep his DPS going rather than using the AoE slow.
it's about like B tier, I think.
Oh,
I suppose.
okay.
Actually, yeah, it's about like B tier. It still does have like issues with like interrupting other skills where like he'll use ice peaks, he'll use avalanche, and then he'll use permafrost, and then he'll basic attack. Or I guess like at that point where like then you could be losing, yes, or like utility. But I still think the skill is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Really not bad. Now we're on to Garage. Fissure.
Gosh.
It's not Fissure. No, it is Fissure.
Yeah. For a
Um,
moment, I thought of a different name, but in the code, I believe his name was called Ancestral Force, I believe.
it's Fissure, Frenzy, Whirlwind, Legacy. He has the most amount of one word skills in this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny. One word named skills. Fissure, I think this is pretty decent. It's about like B tier. Damage is okay. The stun is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a good single target damage.
It's just a decent skill. No, it's not like amazing. Bad. Next. Frenzy, this is like low C. The effect is nice, but it's like every 40 seconds, you have to like move them around all the way just to get like get that good value. Just like you have to feel bad. It's just like a lot you have to go to make it work well. Or I guess if you want to use it with Legacy, could, but like Legacy is a death passive. They've got Whirlwind. Whirlwind is I think is very good. Very nice skill.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's like it's very nice AoE damage. Pairs insanely well with Frenzy. Frenzy's not very good.
Yeah,
good skill all around.
Original Terror though, it's a pretty solid spell. One of the only spells with smart targeting because it actually follows the path you selected on.
I think
it doesn't just go in a random direction.
Original Terror is pretty nice. Now we're on to Isfet.
Oh.
No, wait.
Vanilla Isfet. Disgusting.
Don't it like
Isfet.
Black Swan.
Let's see. I thought it was Black Plague. Black Swarm. Pretty nice. It's got a high cooldown, but it's a very large AoE.
And for some reason, it doesn't hit flying enemies. Because why should it?
It's funny that it deals explosive damage too.
For some reason.
It's weird, but
Frog Curse. I think this is about like BT.
Yeah, I think it's decent.
It's like a nice
decent against the Genie.
Yeah, it's the perfect Genie counter.
Yeah, but I would honestly put it in low B tier because he can use it while moving, so the ability can easily be wasted.
I feel like that's like good though, because let's like for Ginny at least, because he can move and then cast it, and he won't like it won't be like him stopping, so he won't get a.
Well, versus the genie, yeah, but in any other situation, if you're moving him towards the choke point, you can just waste the ability every
Oh,
time.
Cloud disjoined.
Yeah, Cloud.
Hola Cloud. But yeah, I think
And we
it's
have
better
double
than
kill.
Obliterate at least, because it's like a 10-second shorter cooldown. The health cap seems bad, but the health cap is
It's
only
not
really
terrible.
it's only relevant for the boat swings
Prevention.
and the big and the 8 mates. There's other enemies like because like almost every other enemy in Vengeance will like not doesn't have that much health. Will just still just get insta kill it by it anyways. I guess like I think it's
Yeah,
like
you don't see a lot of enemies.
I think like snow golems as well, but that's it.
And then this ability is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Does it even do
70
anything at all?
seconds cooldown, can get wasted. It has
just,
melee range. What more do
It's
you
only I've had the freeze be clutch once, twice. That's the only reason why I'm not putting it as like worse than Scorching Cannon. But it's still god awful.
hardly does anything. And the blood torment.
And
Yeah,
now
it's
we
really
get
the
to a
best.
good.
It's
Yeah,
best skill.
This skill is
bonus
so
damage.
good, dude.
Yeah, it's extremely. You win.
It's like a different version of Totem of Weakness.
Yeah, it's just a mini totem of weakness.
Yeah.
It's like what is it? Like 75% more damage for 6 seconds. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
Cloud's gone.
There's no whip.
And there's no money in here.
Punch bomb boy.
Now we have. I think
his ultimate is pretty solid.
It's like
I think it's
480 true damage.
400 true damage
7%.
every 48 seconds is pretty good. Pretty darn
And the slow
nice.
is quite
I think
nice.
I think it's a better Asura hero spin.
It's like a better Azeroth in a way.
Yeah, it's just
it
pretty
deals
much
more damage and it also slows on top of that.
It's a better Azra.
It's kind of like a combination of Asura and Olaf, I think. Well, I don't know.
In a way, yeah.
Now we've got Jack. First, I'm gonna put this as like worse. It's just terrible. Like it deals 60 magic. What are this? Like it does like 50 to 90 magic damage, and then it removes their magic resistance. what's even the at that point? What are we doing?
It's weird. If it dealt true damage or just physical, it would have been better. But no, it has to be magic damage because why not?
Floating head, pretty darn good.
Nah, it's into the A tier.
Spirit of Vengeance. I have no idea.
Questionable value.
I've never.
I mean, it does accumulate up to 65% of the damage. So,
but I've never seen it get too much value.
I mean, yeah, because most enemies in Vengeance don't have high base damage, but on the DLC levels, it can do pretty well.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think I'm gonna keep it like B.
Yeah, it's around B.
Thriller. This is about
pretty solid first. Yeah, it's really good for stalling, and the ghouls stay up for quite a while.
But good uptime.
They have a short duration.
It's okay. The wiki page for Jack is just straight bad. It's actually no wait. Have they changed? Have they yes. Okay, because the wiki page used to be horrible for Jack, but now it's actually good. Now they've actually updated it. Not really. They didn't really update Thriller, but Thriller the ghouls are very nice. It is a little unreliable, but I still do. Yeah, and now we've got Thriller. Not Thriller, Nightmare. 960 explosive damage. It's not physical explosive. Actually, and it pushes.
I might not know. When he was released, I remember it dealt magic damage.
Yeah,
I think my memory is.
It's just gone through a lot. It's a mix of. It's kind of just like a mix of Call the Valkyrie and Fear the Dragon. I think the issue with it though is that it's very dependent on the enemies. Like against slow enemies,
Yeah.
it's not. Against like big tough enemies, it's not really doing a lot.
It's good on the DLC levels, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it doesn't do all that well since most enemies and Avengers have slow movement speed.
Now we've got Jigu. I remember when I did my like bad heroes video, it would autocorrect Jigu to Jiggle every single. Pretty funny. Now
Jiggly.
first we've got I think this. What's the name of it? Ice Ball. Ice Ball. It deals more damage than listed. It's like 180 to 250 or something like that. Pretty darn nice. I'm gonna put it like here. I'm gonna put it like. Yeah, I'll put it like here. It's the damage is pretty nice, but it's the targeting's completely unreliable.
Hmm.
Um, Frozen Breath. Like, so we haven't had a C, like a true C tier skill in a while, in quite a hot minute. Like low C.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put it above these two skills just because it's like a pure stun, but it does have blind spots. It's just a stun. But it's got a nice AoE. Grand Slam. This is Grand Slam too, I believe. Earth Slam, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Quite a good ability.
Ground Slams is very nice. Very nice damage.
For Vanilla Vengeance, it's up there.
Stun is also quite nice. Like 5 seconds
Yeah,
stun overall. Pretty good skill.
Hmm.
This skill's somewhere in here.
Yeah, unless you're on the boss level, it's great.
It's good for bosses. It's not really good for. It's a niche Pirate Kings because it's good for 8 mates. It's a niche in Primal Ravage, good against the prehistoric dwarves. It's also good for snow golems, but I think that's really it.
And it's also kind of funny for the Paragon because you can just storm at the front and kill it. If you kill him at the front, another Paragon doesn't spawn. Because I believe the Paragon spawns are based on distance. So if the Paragon is too close to the entrance, it's not gonna spawn another one.
Okay.
So you can just cheese your way out of the level.
That's funny. And then now Ice Zone. Pretty bad.
Yeah, due to the blind spots, it's pretty bad ability.
But I think it's still better than these. Flow is just really nice.
Yeah, decent amount of physical damage, and you also.
Speaking of physical damage, we've got Junpei.
Oh yeah, good old Junpei.
Tidal Wave. I'd say.
Yeah, around the middle of B tier. 120 physical damage in a decent area with 2 seconds stun.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty okay.
Yeah.
Banner of Courage.
Now we're talking.
I think it's
pretty bust ability.
I think it's definitely
because it heals a lot more. I would go as far as to say it's probably low A tier.
Low A tier.
It's incredible for choke. It's incredible for choke points.
It's really
especially if you pair it with Dark Knights.
Especially with Ogre Shipwreck. Damn.
Oh yeah, and that too. But yeah, just look at the healing because it's bugged. At least the description is bugged. It heals a lot more than.
Yeah, how much should it be?
I don't keep track.
35.
Well, I think instead of a 0.7, it's every 0.2 seconds.
It's 0.2 seconds. Yeah. So it's like, hold on, let me pull up the calculator. Like,
because I remember when.
280 healing every 12 seconds. That's pretty darn nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it A tier though.
Most perks.
Because it is still pretty niche, you know, like
its only downside is that he cannot heal himself with that.
Yeah, if he could heal, actually, I feel like that's a good thing. Hear me out.
Yeah, but it would be nice for extra sustain.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I think Last Stand is way more valuable. I think getting the Last Stand value is.
I guess.
But I think the skill's better than Tidal Wave, but not by that much. Gaze of the Naga. That's
Permanent silence.
It's about like it's very nice for not Twisted Sister, Undead Recruiter for Pirate Kings. Undead Recruiters and Hammer Mages, it gets a lot of value. But I think that's kind of it. It's like I guess it gets value against liches. I guess it gets value against. I guess that's it. Like liches, Pirate King.
Oh yeah, the prehistoric dwarf can also work.
But it's not like good value. It gets good against the Sand Mystics.
Yeah, those two.
But it's it's okay. It's not like amazing.
Speaking of not very good splash.
I see it like Blazing Breath, where it's like an auto attack, like a basic attack buff.
I mean, yeah, every 9 seconds you just deal 90 physical damage.
It's helpful for single target damage, kind of medium. But I think it's like I actually think it's better than
the AoE aspect.
I think it's like better than Blazing Breath.
I mean, they have around the same cooldown, but one of them deals true damage.
Yeah, but I think it's more reliable damage.
Yeah, I suppose. Since
Kraken, I'd say, is like here.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
It deals very nice damage. It's like 480 damage every 32 seconds.
Yeah, if you manage to keep the enemies in the area,
you're getting a lot of DPS. But I think just because of how long it lasts for, it's very prone to having any.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep everyone in there for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But if you pair it with something like Rotten Forest, it could be nice.
Now we've got Margosa, Bat Familiar. I don't know what to put this thing. It's just like, what is it, like 15 true DPS? The DPS is like
a little bit of true damage.
Let me see. 9 to 21, 15 every third. Okay, so it's about like 20 true DPS, 19. Which is helpful, but like it doesn't. You play and you're like, wow, this doesn't really feel that impact. I'd say it's better than Blood Axe though, because like it is constant. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit of damage, but it's consistent.
Feel that. Okay, Myths. Dark Call is just kind of like a work.
Yeah, it has a questionable targeting. Sometimes it works well, others it just doesn't.
Like bottom of. I'll say it's bottom of C tier actually, because I do think it can get some pretty decent value. But overall, it's never.
Occasionally it glitches, but the moments are rare.
Mist of Despair, I'm not gonna put much.
Yeah, it's a decent AoE, but eh.
But the problem with these two skills is also because of.
Yeah, in Beast form you can't really use them. Okay. You're just stuck in there.
And then pure luck. Beast form gets hard carried by Vampiric.
Wasn't it a Vampiric Touch?
Vampiric Touch, sorry. Vampiric Claws on you.
Yeah. 50% healing. Why not?
Pretty nice, but not. I'm gonna put.
Yeah.
Now we're on to
Mortimus.
Call the Haunted, the Slave D tier.
Yeah, it's like the worst position.
It's it's just a worse version of Dragon.
Yeah, it only makes the enemy walk back.
It's one enemy. It's for 1 extra second, but against one enemy. Yeah, well, 8 seconds is still pretty long, though. So I think. Yeah, I think it deserves to be higher than Icy Prison. At least. I put that.
I guess. I just don't like how it has 30 seconds cooldown. Actually, like compared to Beerus Fear the Dragon, it's bad.
I'm gonna put this. Rotten Lands is like like it's a worse version of
Yeah, the thing about it is that it takes too long for the damage to be executed.
Yeah, what is
Like,
it?
how are you gonna stop 10 seconds duration? Like,
150.
how are you supposed to keep? Yeah, the damage is not really worth it. Only 150.
Grim Presence is
Grim
very
Presence.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
Low
criminally
skill,
underrated
definitely.
ability.
Definitely.
Reducing the resistances of everything by 30% around you.
Yeah, it's very
The
nice.
only downside is the range. It's quite short, only 200.
I think it's about on par with Race. Fucking
Undead Servitude.
Undead Servitude. About equal. This does a lot more to like hold, like this holds the choke point, but this like just, this destroys it. Rotten bodyguard says like look, about like high speed. The problem with it though is like it can die. So if it like unfortunately goes into combat with something like a death, like a Winter Lord
or a Hand Captain,
yeah, it's pretty bad. But took a decent value from it.
Yeah, AoE true damage with stun, pretty solid.
So we're on
Merglin.
Hero spell is like OST.
Yeah.
What is
AoE inst?
her insta kill? Okay, her insta kill.
Yeah, the geyser.
It's barely better than that.
Yeah.
It's only better just because this just takes a while to kill the enemy. Like the targeting.
At least.
At least this has like nice like short range targeting.
Yeah, and it has a tiny AoE.
Yeah.
Even if it's little, it's there.
Armaker
is just
definitely yes.
Yeah, 20% bonus damage to all nearby towers.
That's just crazy. Fucking crazy work. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, combine it with Melting Furnace, 50% bonus damage. Pretty crazy combo.
Lava portal. Lava pool.
Yeah, it's lovable, yeah.
This is like a low, I think.
Yeah, it's like, alright.
I'd say it's like closer to high beat. The AoE is just way too small.
Yeah, the enemy has to be standing on top of it in order for him to take damage.
But it can deal nice damage.
Yeah, kind of like Olok's Magma Eruption. Whatever it was. And then Embrace of Heat. Oh yeah.
It's like worse than Run. Like Run.
Yeah, I mean it has 14 seconds cooldown, but the damage is
way too low. Yeah, it takes too much for the low damage to happen. Like, actually, does it even deal 100 damage? Hold on, 5 damage. Okay, it does deal 100 damage. Okay, now we're on to Olok. Hero spell. Like 18.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Place it here.
Waiting for vengeance since the game is slow.
His lava geysers, I think. Magma Eruption is like low A tier. It's like
it's
pretty.
It's probably his best.
I'll put it like high B tier actually. It's just nice true damage.
Yeah, if you don't count the ultimate, it's his best basic ability. And then
Hellish, like low B tier. The uptime is nice. Like 26 seconds, less for 6 seconds.
Decent.
It's not bad.
Nice to have. Then demonic duplication, I believe it's called. It's just duplication. Is a DPS to that? It's like okay. Yeah, but, like it still doesn't do a lot.
And then you have one of the most inconsistent abilities in the game.
Like DT.
I hate that ability.
Like it can do 180 to like 500 damage.
And then it like has like the worst targeting in the entire.
Yeah, it misses
so often. Thank you for targeting the one with the high magic resistance.
Horrible.
Yeah, the ability sucks so much.
He like targets an enemy that's died like 5 seconds ago. Like what the fuck, man?
One of the most irrelevant abilities.
Now we've got a Traumid.
Inconsistent.
This skill, this is F
I mean,
a horrible skill.
Yeah, and in Vanilla Vengeance
I'll
is
put it
pretty
like top.
bad.
Some put it like top B, but it's top a D tier. I mean, but it's just terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't do all that much.
And then Nitro Shot.
Nitro Rush is pretty solid.
Nitro Rush. And I'll put it like B tier, like here.
Yeah, the uptime is quite nice.
It changes its DPS from like 15 to like 4, something like that. Very nice.
Flashbang.
It's also like a low
pretty. Yeah, it's alright.
It's like a 3-second stun every 25 seconds. But because it's an AoE, it's just a strictly better version of Lion's Roar.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have a cap.
Yeah.
Rocket Missile Barrage? Or was it Rocket Barrage? I keep confusing the two.
Rocket.
Yeah, Missile Barrage just for Doom Tank. Okay.
I don't know. I think this is just a worse version. Deals less damage. It has more of a tendency to spread out or have bad targeting, and sometimes it doesn't even deal damage.
It has a weird targeting.
So I'm gonna put.
I think it target. Okay, Bombageddon. Ooh. That one is kind of hard to rank. Here. It's either B or A tier.
B tier. Deals good damage, but it's got an insanely high.
Yeah. Really good for cleanup, but the cooldown
Veruk.
prevents it from being any better.
Hero's Bell. It's like about like here. I think it's slightly better than a Horn Defense than a Lion's Roar though, because the damage it deals is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Single target damage.
It could be good.
Aims. What is it? Aim slashes.
Aim slash.
Like high feet. Like how about
honestly, it could have. Honestly, if they fully corrected the ability, it could be potentially B tier, because in the code it apparently can ignore armor points, but it's kept at 0 at every level, so it could have some armor penetration.
Oh. Alex, why give it like armored penetration in the files if it's not gonna do anything?
I don't know. It was just there, but it was kept at 0.
It should have been like 50% at least.
Yeah, the ability could have been good, but they just made it kind of bad.
So
it's only physical damage.
But I still think it's like decent. It's I think it's almost identical to Martial Flourish, and Martial Flourish is a good.
Yeah, they're very similar.
So actually, I want to put this like low, somewhere like here. It's like a little better than Splash. That much. Brute Force, I think it's better than Aim Slash's actually. It's a 4-second stun on a 15-second. What is it? Hold on. 4-second stun on its 14-second cooldown, which is pretty nice. Although it's only against 5 enemies.
Flying unit. Yeah, but it can also hit arrow units.
Yeah,
it could be nice.
It's better than this because it has
27% uptime.
Good uptimes for cooldown.
Those
27%.
Good idea, but on the wrong hero.
Actually, no.
Oh my.
B tier. It's D. Trust.
Yes. Nice S tier.
And then Goblin. Firing Leader.
Worst.
I mean, they do spawn pretty often, so I guess
they've
it's
got
fine.
decent uptime, but like they don't really do.
Yeah, they're just there for a tad bit of stalling.
Now we're on to Lucerna. Scurvy Visage, I think is critical. It's not like where I wanted to put it actually. I think it's very nice.
Yeah, but unlike the problem I have with this ability, it's good for stalling, but the cooldown is really bad. 45 seconds.
Bad, but the effect is nice.
Well, yeah, but Burisat is way better, so
yeah,
I'll probably put it on low.
Low beat. Because the fear effect
it does
like
a little bit of
yeah,
like it does a little bit of magic damage as well, but
the 100.
Yeah, it's like
I'll put it like low beat here. I'll put it like here.
Yeah, I guess the damage
better than Call the Haunted at least.
Slightly better. Yeah, definitely.
This skill ability.
What is
Yeah,
it called? It's called like
it's
Pirate's Pillow.
it's an inferior. What's
Looting.
Captain Blackthorn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
but it's still
actually,
decent though.
but like
It's
it
alright.
it activates
It's
on
okay, but
AoE.
Yeah,
So if it
it's
hits like 3 enemies, all 3 of those
yeah,
enemies
yeah,
can activate it.
yeah, you
yeah,
can
it's
get a little, you can get a decent amount of
You can
extra gold
you
if.
can get nice. I think
yeah.
it's like high CT.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think it's better than Scurvy Visage. I'm gonna put like low B tier.
All right.
And
Now for
Damned
the
Crew. It's about.
yeah, they're around
Honestly,
the
I'm gonna
same.
put it like here
because
because the
Mm.
uptime looks nice, but they last for like they last for 6 seconds, I think actually, and
Yeah, they have a
it's
very
that's
short duration.
so
an
yeah, the
okay
short duration is a big issue. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it like
60%
here.
uptime.
Now the
Fire all
chaotic.
guns is crazy.
Yeah, it can do
Yeah,
a lot of area damage.
It's more than
Yeah.
7
For a
cannonballs. I know it's more than 7 cannonballs.
Yeah, it's definitely more than that. I don't remember the exact number, but it's definitely
It's
higher.
at least 12, I think. I think it's
Yeah,
about
I think
12
it's
actually.
somewhere in this area.
he was
And
Now,
then
their
cursed
ultimate
colors.
is
It's got
it's
Next condition scoring
it's got
falls by
the
enemies.
it's got the
I mean,
issue
it's
where it can affect too many enemies, but I still think it's a very nice effect.
yeah, but unlike Changeling,
I
it's not
think
instant. It takes time. So, and the good thing about it is it targets units with based on max health. So you're always gonna get the high tier enemies.
Hold on,
Just pretty good.
somebody said something in Spanish, and I want to
Huh?
translate it.
Huh?
Aramba
Oh,
Empantas.
I think the problem could be solved with proper placement.
Huh?
And I think it's the name shark. What?
Wow, I have so many skills.
Ah,
Thank you, Tartaruga. There's a lot of them. Yeah, that's the point.
all right. And now we're on to Alliance.
Alliance.
Vampire Claw is just
Right.
a better version.
I think it's
Yeah.
quite overrated.
It's perma-stalling on literally every enemy except Hydras.
Yeah,
Bosses.
Huh?
It doesn't permastall bosses.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Well, you're not supposed to purpose stall
Yeah.
bosses.
yeah, that's kind of the point.
No.
Unless you're the Ogre Shipwreck.
Yeah. or Jigu.
No.
What is this?
Sustainability.
This is just
Yeah.
pretty decent actually.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Decent.
alright.
I'll put it like B tier.
Short cooldown, can hit a few enemies, stuns them for a bit.
I'm gonna put this like high
Mm.
C tier, I think though. And then speaking of Dante, I'm gonna put this in.
Dante. Okay, air defense and makes army
Yeah, it's
unkillable.
only
I
good for
guess.
air defense, so the damage is me.
Yeah.
I'll put it higher than a PP.
Argent Storm.
Argent Storm, yes. I think
it's weaker than Spike Heater and Tendrils, personally.
Then what? The
I
Misty
think
Step?
it's weaker than Spike Heater and Tendrils. Like from Grimson, I think.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Keeping Deadly Spikes is really good. Still is just like okay. I'm gonna put this like
It's okay.
it's got a long
Okay.
animation, but the damage is pretty nice. The bats,
Mhm.
I don't know.
The-
Because
They're
realistically they
mid.
should be dealing damage, but like they don't they're really unreliable.
It's hardly
Yeah.
noticeable.
They're mostly
And
there for
and
the.
also the money.
Yeah, I guess the occasional boss gold could help.
I'll put it like here.
But
It's hardly noticeable to me.
Now we're on to Broden. Broden is heroes.
I have them.
S tier heroes.
This hero's point.
yep,
Yeah, it does have a lot of single
thousands
target
of true
damage.
damage.
Yeah, and then
Oh yeah, but it's
Yeah,
one of the best things for mini bosses and actual
Join.
bosses.
Cloud's back.
Hello,
Okay.
Cloud.
Now
And,
we're on to carpet bombing. Carpet bombing, it's okay.
Uh,
The targeting's ass, but I
Okay,
think
yes.
the damage is pretty nice. I'll put this like
yeah, the targeting is manageable. Like put them at the back of the enemies or something like that.
where did I put it? Oh,
Okay.
there it is. I'll put this like Terror Shriek. I think it's
Stunnability.
I think it's just
B
I
tier.
think it's better. Or
That's
yeah, B
how I-
tier. Yeah, I think I'll put it like low B tier. But, like
Yeah, it's good.
it's just a decent stun, you know. Exemplary Lead.
It helped me in the pew pew ability.
I'll put this like
Mm,
you're like top of D. Honestly, I don't
It
really like
has
it.
like 24. It has like 24 average DPS, I think.
No, it does not.
Right?
It's one. It's like what is it? Like 120 to 150 damage every 12 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Yeah, it's 112 to 154 every 12.
The problem is that it has a it takes quite a long time to execute the damage, so kind of bad.
I think it's good for like air defense. So
I mean, yeah, but that's literally his only ability that can hit arrow unit.
yeah,
Besides the
I think
ultimate.
that actually helped out the
It's
like,
good. Birds of
this
Unless you're
skill-
defending towards the exit. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
solid.
very
20-second
high,
cooldown.
very high, like very nice.
Yeah, 20-second
I
cooldown.
think-
You can kill anything below 600 HP. Pretty solid.
I personally think the stun is a better ability.
What?
I think the stun ability is better than the insta-kill personally. It kind of helped me in the ancient hungers late game.
This, but like, Celtic Dive, it kills. It's so good. Like animated armors, file
And
spawners,
it's good for
blade claw horse, fucking killer tiles, wisecrocks,
What?
tank zerds. That's incredible. It's so good. It's like 600 health execute every 20 seconds would be insane for like a non-alliance game. Not insane, but it'd be very nice for a non-alliance game. Now we've got
Ooh, Crimson.
first
Are
off,
they
I think it's
one?
here. I think it's hero spells like A tier.
8 tier. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot of 2 damage.
Then I think deadly
I like
spikes
pairing
is
it
the
with-
high A tier.
Yeah,
8 tier. I think
Yeah.
it weirdly pairs
the
well
only
with
good things
taking
about them.
Those are
And,
best attributes. Heart seekers like
Yeah, the rest is kind of bad.
those heart
The
seekers
Vorpal Spike is,
like here. I think
it
it's better
kind
than
of cancels the Void Blinker's ability with the Heart Seeker.
oh yeah, it is like a brief
And then-
stun, but
and then
just
Renee
ain't that
Flesh
good.
is like
yeah, it can only skill certain enemies. It doesn't work on everything.
the skill. I think it's
And now we are.
I mean,
burning.
it got buffed, so yeah,
it
I'd
got
say
no,
it's-
it got buffed and
It's-
then it got nerfed. Before
Nice done.
I thought the
Nice,
Beast Form
Warren.
got buffed a
Nice.
while ago in
It
the
got-
Ancient
yeah,
Fury.
for Ancient for
No, not the
Undying
Ancient.
Fury, it got for Undying
Yeah,
Fire,
Undying
Fury,
Fury.
it got buffed where they damage it. And then, but it also got nerfed
It
where it
also
got
has like
the cooldown went from
Oh.
25 seconds to 40 seconds.
Oh, no, I forgot
Terrible.
about that.
It's only niche for like he still dies to like Blaze Claw horrors, and I think he still dies to the rhino, to raising rhinos. Crazy.
Damn,
Not a good
sure
skill.
is.
Now we're on to Casimir.
the worst Iron type.
Ooh, good old Cosmere.
Your spell, OP. Prismatic shards. His insta kill is not very. I'm gonna put it like I see. Because the
Yeah,
insta kill,
it
like
is.
it's I see it. The way I see it is like it's an execute plus AoE damage. And the
Yeah.
AoE damage is
And
pretty
it has
nice.
higher HP cap. I believe it's 700.
Yeah. It's 800. It's actually 800.
Oh, that was close.
But like it's good. I think it's just able to kill Wisecrocks, and it's able to kill Wisecrocks, which is very nice. It's a very nice health cutoff.
Sure is.
Then we've got oh, that was paralyzing breath. That was
Oh,
this
yeah,
is,
that's
this is
the
okay.
stone.
That's gone to tomb. This is paralyzing breath. I think it's where's Terror Shriek? What if a Terror Shriek? It's slightly worse. Actually, no, they're the same. This has
I mean, yeah, it's a 4-second stun, so
yeah, it has a 2-second higher stun, but does not have the slow.
yeah, the slow is not there.
Actually, so I think the higher stun is better than this.
And
Slightly
then what's the last one?
Power
Power
conduit.
conduit.
Very nice, actually. I think it's like high.
Yeah, if you keep the enemies in the air, it can do a lot of damage.
But like it's 200. It's 250 magic damage every 20 seconds. Lasts for 10. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Very nice damage. The slow is very nice. And now we're on the Luminous. Your
another
spell
solid
again
hero.
is S tier. This is Radiant Wave. What time is it right now? Radiant Wave. This is like low. Feels terrible.
Yeah.
The damage is.
It
so
has
low.
The problem is the orbs have questionable hitbox, so sometimes they don't hit.
It's just worse plague carriers.
Yeah, I can see the inspiration, but the hitbox is pretty bad.
Like
if it had better hitbox, it could be.
Like companion.
It's also kind of mid. It's alright,
think the damage
but it
it
has
adds
very
is
high
pretty
cooldown.
nice. I think it's very nice. It's pretty nice for heroes like or it's very nice for like any melee. It's very nice for Warhead and Torres who have mediocre single target damage. It's very It's kind of dependent on who you're playing it with, but I think it feels pretty. I think I would put it like
yeah, pretty good.
Pretty nice, pretty
and
good.
Then
Celestial Judgment
last
like
was very solid. Yeah, it's A tier.
The damage is good. It's got like a high. It's nice targeting though, actually.
Yeah.
The stun is also quite nice.
Yeah, high damage and a stun on top of that.
And Nairu.
The best free hero.
I'm gonna put like here.
Yeah.
Who's showing?
Yeah, I think it's decent against Glurlings and Passion
His hero spell is really nice. Verdant Blast is like the
Verdant
same.
Blast is kind of.
It's like Demonic Blast, but like with better targeting.
Yeah, but the range of it is kind of off-putting. Like it's way better than basic attack range.
It has the same exact DPS as a Demonic Blast, actually.
And I think it's a worse Brutal Strike.
I think it's worse than Brutal Strike, but it's better Demonic. I'm gonna put it like about. I've gotten some very nice value.
The targeting is sometimes questionable.
Enfeeblement Charm, Enfeeblement Charm. I'm gonna put like it's.
I think it's low 8 tier though. It kinda helped me in Ancient Hungers. Yeah, it's great against high tier enemies.
It is very nice. It's kind of like niche. I think B tier is the highest time.
Right. Yeah, I put it at low 8 tier though. It's great against high tier enemies and such.
Yeah, but it's still like weird to you because it's.
I mean, not for me personally.
I don't think it's necessarily 8. I'll put it high. I'll put it like.
Okay.
I don't think it's better than Power Con.
Right. Right. Tier 1 paladins can sometimes act like a tier 4 paladins with enfeeblement charm for 8 seconds. I think it's good. I think it's okay.
It's good.
For me
Sentinel Wisp.
Healing Wisp.
Sentinel Wisp.
Sentinel Wisp. Oh. So basically like Brook's ability.
Yeah, they deal decent. Okay. Damage is nice. It's very nice for air defense. Yeah. Leaf Tornado.
Yeah.
Very nice skill.
Leaf Tornado reminds me from Mega Man. I think.
I love the art for the skill too. Look at it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Now we're on to Onagro.
Onagro.
This Goblin drones are just like a worse version of Sentinel West. They have a higher like animation. They have a worse animation. Physical damage. No, they're just worse than Sentinel West. They're okay. I'll put them like I'll put them like high CT. I think they're worse. They're definitely worse than. R-bomb. Very nice. Like here, the flow is very nice. Get a giant AoE. The uptime is like it lasts for 7 seconds. Has a 5-second cooldown. 26, yeah, it's pretty nice. Power slam. Tough one. I'm gonna say power slam. Like B tier, I think it's work. I think it's like on par with R bomb, but I think because of the stun. Actually, no. I think it's about. I think that. Fucking mine. Kinda sucks. Damage isn't very nice. The damage is like mediocre. The it's weird because you have to wait. If cause you gotta move and like weird. But like low CT. Your spell, I think I'll put in like B tier. I think like.
Yeah, it's around there.
Damage is.
For Raymond.
Okay. Flash.
Brutal Slash. Right? Good. Brutal Strike, Brutal Splash, or whatever it's called.
I believe it's brutal. However, it could be brutal. No, I believe it's brutal.
At 82 damage every 30 seconds.
It deals more damage. It has a higher DPS.
Higher DPS than
Burden. I guess it's easier to target too.
Yeah.
Then we got Raylan.
Yeah, 4 more DPS.
Onslaught. I think her skills are like around the C. Like C.
It's decent strong.
Oh, I don't know. Exodo. Yeah, we're ranking skills. Breakable, I think, is like C tier. I'll put it like here. I see it very often. Get messed up with
And I inspire
Firefield is a very nice skill, I think. Firefield's
yeah, it's underrated.
Its damage reduction is really nice.
A bit. I think it's kind of inferior to wait, what's that? Enfeeblement Charm, I think.
Yeah, it's
has better uptime and
it has worse up. Yeah, it's like worse uptime, but it's still like pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then Brutal Slash.
Brutal Strike.
No, this is
Brutal Slash is
where did I put Onslaught?
Kind of like wait.
Okay, hold
like
on.
So like a mini.
This is okay. Brutal Slash is insane. Onslaught is what we're doing. It's just nice. It just increases our DPS, our single target DPS a bit. The AoE is just like a bonus. AoE sucks. The AoE damage is terrible, but it's still like a bonus single target damage. And it's not bad, it's not bad. I think I'm gonna put it like here.
Yeah, it makes a bit of a
difference. I'll put it like.
The AoE is hardly noticeable. But
single target damage.
Alright, yes.
Very
now for Bloom's wife.
Astral projection. Astral projection is like D tier.
Yeah, kind of a mid summon.
Tacos, chimichanga. Hey, Misfit Exit. That's fun. Yeah, astral projection is like it's so easy to, like fuck it up, or like not even fuck it up. It just like fucks itself up because of how huge of an aggro ring it has.
Yep.
The scales are pretty ass. Oh. Black Aegis. This is a tier list ranking every single like hero's skill across all games. The rankings, the orders in between tiers, like there's a pretty big margin for error. Like you can move any of them down, up or down, like 4 or 5 spots, and they'll be pretty accurate. But we're doing this as to the best of our. Void Rift is very nice.
Yeah.
It's
well, the tier.
Black Age, like C tier. It's just these damage is actually damage is like nice.
It can block a bit of damage, and the explosion after is nice.
Overall, pretty nice to have. Okay.
That's true. And then we have the tower empowerment.
Oh yeah. This is like honestly.
Yeah. Yeah,
it just doesn't have
a little bit of attack
uptime.
range.
The range is changed. Not gonna.
What is not bad though is the Void Rifts.
Void Rifts.
Either mid or high A tier.
It's better. It's better than this. I think honestly. Actually, no. They're about like
they're
slightly
similar.
better because it has a shorter cooldown and a bigger AoE. Like more reliable AoE, I mean.
Yeah, one of them is instant damage, the other one is damage.
They're pretty comparable. Juarez, I like a beat. Well, here's actually pretty nice. It deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, 320 physical damage with 2 seconds stun, and it can hit flying enemies.
It's pretty decent. Pretty good. Defensive turret. This is like.
Oh really?
Actually, I'm gonna put like.
Yeah.
The damage it adds is nice, like especially for like flying enemies. But hold on, I don't want to do some damage calcs on this. Yeah, the damage it deals, the overall DPS is pretty nice. But the way it like places it is bad. Like for flying defense, it's pretty good actually. I'm gonna move up a bit. I don't think the skill is that bad at it. Men at work, like high C tier, I think. It's one of the best unit summon skills probably. How it has good uptime. Like good uptime, the units have decent stats, you know, all around. This skill used to be garbage. It used to be bad.
Now it's
but now it's like actually it's comparable. The DPS is now comparable to the other like similar cooldown skills like like immolation.
For only 16 seconds cooldown, it's pretty solid.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, 16 seconds?
Yeah, it got buffed, so it has a little bit shorter cooldown. Yeah, it used to be 20 seconds, but they buffed.
I don't remember the game. Would they get buffed in Undying Fury?
I think so.
Well, I don't remember it getting buffed in. I just want to check. Oh yeah, I'm a moderator on the Reddit now. No, yeah, it never got. I don't know what happened. I guess it might have been an Ancient Hunger change. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure Ancient Hunger doesn't add balance changes.
Yeah, it didn't have balance changes, but I thought it was always it had to have been an. Lunch break.
I mean,
but now the skill is like 6 for a 16-second cooldown. This is very good. Not very good, but it's a pretty decent, nice skill. Lunch like C tier. It's better than Unbreakable because the problem with Unbreakable is it overlaps with Fire Fear way too much. Like now we're on to Vesper. Arrow Rain.
It's a worse Eridan's ability.
It's worse Eridan's.
Yeah, because it deals
I'll put a low Sapphire Fang. Arrow to the knee. Low A tier.
Yeah, it's decent.
Bottom of A
tier. Martial against Hydra.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's really good for anti-air. Martial Flourish, I'm gonna put like here. Because for Alliance, single target damage is really good, like 16. Yes, very nice. Disengage, I'm gonna put at like top of F tier. Actually, no, bottom. I'm gonna put like
that's the Ricochet.
Ricochet. I mean Ricochet. Like around D tier. But I think it's only ever useful for lesser eyes and Glarelings.
Yeah. Other than that, it's kind of not
and
that
then
good.
Disengage used to be bad. Now it is. I think for main campaign, it's a D tier skill. For Ancient Hunger, it's like a D tier skill. For Ancient Hunger, I'm not sure it's D tier. For Ancient Hunger, it's a very good skill. Sorry. Disengage is a very good skill. Ancient Hunger. I think I'm gonna put it low B because of how good it is. You can like activate it so much in Ancient Hunger. Little armor in you just get a ton of value from
it. I would agree.
Now we're on to Warhead. Warhead's hero spell is one of the best in all.
Definitely on towards the top.
It's just so good. Then got Iron Uppercut, which is the worst slash pretty much.
Well, I won't say it's worse. It has better execute because targets enemies below 40%.
Yeah, but like the cooldown of it.
I think it's a little bit shorter.
36-second cooldown.
Yeah, Renew Flesh was like.
Was it 36? 26.
Oh, okay. I guess it is longer.
Renew Flesh right now is 30. Okay, it's 30. But yeah, actually, yeah, it's not that much worse. But I still think the cooldown, fact that it doesn't do anything but execute. Got like that cloud again. No, it's TD and TD. Welcome. And then he's gonna.
Bruh.
You heard me speak in English, and he's like, "Nope." Warhead. What is it? Deep Impact. Worst Power Slam. It's kind of like a worst Power Slam where, on paper, it is strictly better. But in practice, the stun AoE is much smaller than the damage AoE.
I mean, the only thing I don't like about the ability is that if he's low on HP and you try to pull him back, he can just jump in the battle again.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm gonna, but like
the only ability that allows your hero to win. Kind of reminds me of Darwin from Iron Marines because he also used to do that.
Oh yeah, Darwin. Smoke screen's very nice. Very nice slow. The damage is very nice.
Probably his best basic ability.
Definitely.
Really good aim. But it does have a blind spot similar to Jigo.
It's not as bad as Jigo's. I think it's fairly like good.
Yeah, I suppose. They're kind of similar.
And Immolation. It deals explosive and then true damage. So it's always gonna be pure good armor. But it's got like it's got a small AoE and the damage it could, like, it's better than Power Slam. I think it's worse than Tarbomb.
Yeah, Tarbomb is a little bit better.
Tarbomb's pretty nice. Then we're on to Streggy.
The now worst hero in the game. It used to be Taurus, but now we have a new contender.
Yeah, it's Dazzling Deep. I think it's the worst.
Yeah.
It might be the worst skeleton. Not the worst, these two I think will always these three I think will always hold the bottom three. Also, okay, later I'm gonna do testing with Grosh. Because Legacy, when I'm looking at it, 50 AoE, yes, pretty monstrous. So I'm really gonna have to test that out later.
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself: is it worth for that damage?
Yeah, probably.
Because you're also losing the hero for quite a while. Unless you get like a, but if you get second wind procced, then the AoE disappears.
Yeah. Night Fury is. Sorry, that was my dog. I don't know if you heard that. My dog's.
I don't think I heard it.
Now we're on to Night Fury. I think it's. I found some okay use for it for Ancient Hunger, the main campaign, but they're not. It's still not like enough. Yeah, they're not very good stats. Squash is like Switch and Squash, I believe.
Yeah,
very good.
It's alright. Yeah,
16-second
solid damage.
16-second cooldown for 120
slow is
magic
really
damage
nice.
in the slow. Perfect.
Quite a solid flow. Your only good ability besides her.
I mean the Pumpkin Vegify. Okay, I'm gonna put it like high C.
It's like a worse polymorph.
Yeah, it used to be better. I feel really bad, devs, because when we first got her, the way it worked was that it would turn the enemy pumpkin that had 70 health, no matter what, they had 70 health, and which is much better than what we currently have. But
yeah, because now it's just a percent of the enemy's health.
But the problem that we have with it is that there would be like a cryptid at like 20 health, and then it'd get vegified, and then it'd be back to 70 health, basically get saved. That was the main issue with it. So we were like, hey, you like add some kind of health percentage thing. They went full on for the skill to fully have the health thing. Kind of sucks. But the skill's decent. The skill is deep. The skill is deep. It's not bad. It's good. It's like good in the early game, but like late game, like and then her hero spell I think is pretty nice. I'm gonna put it like high BT.
Yes.
I don't think it's quite.
It's like a combination of Holocaust and Catapult.
Now we're on to Boneheart. Big Cloud I think is S tier. That slow is really insane. It feels like an Alora slow. That's how much.
Yeah, it's noticeable, but I'm not sure what the percentage is.
I believe like where is it? Okay, I think it's like about 75%.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
The Disease Nova, I think Disease Nova is better. Alliance Disease Nova is better than. Right, I believe Alliance Disease Nova is better than. I think even it sure deals explosive instead of true, but it deals more. It has a higher DPS than Frontiers.
I'd say the same for the Spine Rain.
Yeah,
it also stuns.
This also has a higher DPS than Frontier's Spine Rain.
Yeah, and it stuns for a brief moment.
Yeah, it's just and since the damage, since it's like more compact, the spines are close together. I think it's even better for single target damage now too.
It's good against anything, I think.
And Plague and Spreading Burst, I think is
Spreading Burst.
Like close to the top of it. I don't think it's quite S tier. I don't think it's quite S tier because of the weird targeting. But the damage it deals is
and
still
the long cast animation.
Damage it deals is still quite nice.
And his hero spell.
Your spell, I
No
think
way.
it's
Waste.
I think it's worse than command orders,
Oh my.
better than
Please.
contact.
I'd say so.
Uh,
Okay.
weak hero spell.
And last but not least, we have the Silva.
Finally, last
And
hero, Bronze Silvara.
I'm not sure if I can say anything about it.
Let me see. I think Deep Root.
Mm.
I think all of her skill. I think Deep Roots. I think is here, and I think Call of the Forest. I think. Make sure I got. I just want to make. I need to make sure I got those names right.
Wasn't it
Yes.
I believe
Silvara
it's Call of the
unique.
Forest. Yes, I was right. Deep Roots. I think it's like beach. Call of the Forest. Thing. Higher. I think.
Yeah, but the sum on the range is a bit odd.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
on level 21, it really messes up sometimes. Ooh, now that one.
Thorny Breath, I think, is pretty.
Oh yeah.
IBT.
Very solid ability.
It's just consistent. It's a lot of consistent.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how exactly it works because it's based on the enemy's speed.
It deals more
like
damage the faster they.
Yeah, but is it based on like the number, or is it based on like whether or not they fall into the slow or medium category?
I believe it's based on.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Because I always was wondering how that skill works.
In Inner Nature, I think it's like a low beat.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
The damage, it's only like decent for the damage buff, but like unlike other hero spells, it's like similar to like Margot's hero spell, where it's like, okay, it doesn't have the immediate effect, but that's kind of a problem because spells,
yeah, but
I think
I don't know. The bonus resistances are quite nice.
They're cool,
especially in Undying Fury, where there's a lot of ranged.
And I think Lifebringer is like mid 8, around like 8. I think.
Yeah, depending on which type of towers you're using, it can be.
Yeah, the slow is really good.
Yeah,
the Dark Army
it's quite
Poison
noticeable.
Vine is insanely good. And
I can't say the same about the Bloom.
The healing isn't as good, but I still think the healing itself has pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, the rate of the heal rate is pretty fast, so I guess that kind of makes up for it.
Okay, well, this is like a pretty good list.
Yeah, I agree with some and disagree with some.
I think.
Yeah, I'd say it looks fine.
It's fine.
It looks fine.
Yeah. The alliance skills are a little bit harder to rank because we're still ranking them based on like how good they are in their own game, right? But it's still harder to rank for like alliance skills because they're like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I think I did pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's decent.
All right.
Thanks for watching, you. Really late for me. I think
all right.
I need to
See ya.
open it. Thank you for coming. Rexy. Bye.